we pushing, we get pulled in by the waves. Popping pills and bottles and we go our separate ways. I'm drawn in the sand, but I can't help but take my second chance. So we go no matter what we pushing, we get pulled in by the waves.
Look at this Brady Bunch setup. It's a story of a couple fuckers that wanted to do a podcast full of guys.
Wave gang.
No women around.
Gang
it's
shit.
only men.
Gang shit.
And that's the way we all became some gangs. What the fuck is up, y'all? Welcome back to the On Repeat Podcast. It's your boy Medium Frank.
Dark Ruffalo?
Y'all know why they call him Dark Ruffalo, right?
Why? No, why?
Because he has a red saber and he's always fucking mad.
Ooh.
And it's always like a minor inconvenience.
What a good
like,
Redbone joke.
And it wasn't that good. There was there's better ones a couple weeks ago. What was the best one you think?
What was the best one? There was one
you
that
look
we
at
thought.
me?
Yeah,
to remember?
there was one.
I liked because my nigga got the chill. I like that one. Dark Ruffalo.
Yeah,
You had a really good one that I just
I feel like
remember.
you had a good start.
I know,
and
then
then
it
it
just
kind
like
of fizzled out.
Yeah, the
declined.
inspiration's
They
gone.
declined.
Yeah, man. And it's Eddie DeVito.
Fuego as a hot damn Cheeto.
What? Got a bag of shit.
Got a bag of shit.
And
That
there's
is my voice.
today. It's not just a menage a trois.
As you can see,
As you can see,
Four.
1 + 1 + 1 makes 3. One more, and it's an orgy. Hello, Estevan.
What?
Hey,
Yeah,
what's
it's
up?
about
Yo.
yo,
Straight off the set of That 70s Show, and what's a good gay porn?
I don't know.
The one that he was in. Estevan. Oh no, we gotta give him the high pitch one. Yes. How you doing, man?
Doing good, dude.
What you been up to lately?
A lot of yoga.
Yeah, this guy teaches
I
yoga.
know. Bikram.
Hot yoga, yeah.
Damn, bro.
Super hot yoga.
How many girls be taking your classes at a
Super
time?
sexy hot yoga.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot.
A lot of girls
How
and this
many
lot
of
of,
them?
yeah. Huh?
Give me a number.
Yeah, how many
40.
per day do you
Give
think?
me a
you-
number.
Hold on, no. This is a real question. How many girls on average do you think you touch every day?
I don't touch.
Really?
Yeah, that's
It's all
unprofessional.
sensual.
I've
It's
been
with his
touched during
eyes.
yoga before.
You
It's
have?
with his
Yeah.
eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
He's-
okay.
and a feather.
Feathering it, brother. Gotta feather
But
it,
I
brother.
think it's different when you touch your girl. and
That's
your
true.
guy.
Girl.
And then especially after the whole Bikram thing of the sexual scandal.
That's true.
The sexual
Bikram
assault.
sexual scandals?
Wait,
Sexual
what?
assault. Like
What
he
happened?
sexual assaulted some of the...
Who's he?
Oh, Bikram? He's the guy who
Oh,
invented...
Bikram's the dude's name?
Yeah, he's the guy whose name...
Why are you laughing at that?
yeah.
Oh, Bikram's the dude's name. It's a culture that isn't American.
Yeah, it came from India. He's from India.
That's hilarious.
You may have heard
That's
of
a
it.
good joke. Continue.
It's a democratic country.
What?
You mean
Don't happen to know.
you mean Indiana?
What?
Yes, close enough. There's Indians there too.
Cool.
Oh man.
Well, glad you're doing well,
This
man.
is a bag of
Yeah,
big,
you guys
big
should take
hole.
classes from him.
Take
Yeah.
classes from him. Where
He's a master. He's a
where
yoga
do you,
master.
where do you
classes
teach?
Close to your place, actually, Seacliff.
Oh.
Yeah, Gary,
Ooh,
in
the Swishman
21st,
side.
21st, yeah.
21st and California?
21st and,
Lake?
yeah.
Oh,
I think
California?
California.
Oh, damn. So you're next to the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu
Yeah.
area. Oh, that's sick. We should go
I
take...
know where that is.
We're
We
next door to like a Subway. There's like a
Yeah.
Subway next to the-
Oh, on Geary.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know where that
Dude, that's
Subway
across
is.
the street from the bar we used to frequent that we'd never
So
go
you're
to.
right across the street from
R.I.P. fucking Blarney Stone. We used to
Blah-
keep the lights on in that
Blarney.
motherfucker, but fuck Barney Stone.
blah blah blah.
How you gonna do my man
Blarney.
Scott like that?
What,
Crazy.
what happened
Because
with
they
Scott?
said-
Scott is like one of the dopest door guys we've ever met in San Francisco, and he's like hip hop head, double OG. He's definitely like slammed a dude on my behalf before.
Oh,
I've
cool.
seen it.
Yeah, and then they fucking just fired him out of nowhere.
What? Because he slammed a dude on his table?
No, because
No.
Blarney sucks.
Blarney's the worst.
Yeah, they're worse.
I used to fucking go there. The only thing I really loved about it is that there's like a backyard area, but it's not worth it anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's stupid.
Well,
Blarney
everybody go
sucks.
take classes with Estevan
Yeah,
for
yeah,
show.
yeah.
We
Across
should
the street
go.
from
We should do hot yoga with him.
I agree.
That'd be sick. Yeah.
As long as he doesn't touch me.
No, I want him to touch me.
Yeah,
like,
as a matter of fact, this Sunday I'm going to be there.
damn it, I can't go on Sundays. When are you usually teaching?
Sundays.
Usually Sundays in San Francisco, but
Huh?
I move around a lot though. I go to Daly City as well,
I see.
San Mateo, And also
San
Damn, you're like the
Ramon,
Shane Company.
San Mateo,
San Mateo.
The Shane Company. Oakland, San Jose.
Right.
Daly City,
Cupertino.
and San
Yeah,
Mateo.
what's new with you guys
Mateo.
though?
With what's the, you want to go first, Sans?
Yeah,
What's new with
what
you?
you guys been up to? He's just
What do you know you're on camera this
Yeah,
time,
I know.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
You
I
look
get it.
dumb.
You look dumb.
I look amazing.
Not a whole lot, man. Just work and shit. People are stealing stuff and using my name to do it at my job. So
People
it's fun
are.
stuff.
Stealing your name?
Well, no, they use my name
Oh my
Got
god.
a
to
bag
sell
of shit.
stuff.
Got a bag of shit.
Yeah,
what does that mean? Where are you?
they're
what are
caught.
they
They're
selling?
emailing. They're emailing the customers saying, "Hi, my name's
Oh.
so and so. My name is Zanny DeVito, and
Fuego de
I'm, here,
Benchi.
I'm selling this at half off price.
Oh my
Send the money directly to my PayPal."
Damn.
And then there people are sending money directly to those PayPals.
Who, what's the PayPal's name? Like Horatio Llamas at yahoo.com.
Lee117 at yahoo.com.
Oh, it's a Chinese motherfucker.
It's Filipino.
That name is definitely not Filipino.
No.
Oh.
The name might not be,
Oh, I see.
but the culprit.
Hey, bro, man, you've been to the Philippines. We need to go get it out there, bro. Money ain't just out there. We got to scam these Americans.
I see that. The funny thing is actually they're not scamming Americans. They're scamming fellow Filipinos.
Damn, hey, you already know how it is. It's a dog-eat-dog world, especially in the Philippines. They eat hella dog.
There are a lot of dogs there.
Hella dogs. I
I
seen
see
it.
puppies.
Bro, in the Philippines, so I had, like, remember, okay, so wait, let me take a step back here.
Step it.
Remember how last episode I talked about my sexual escapades in the Philippines?
No,
Some girl, so one of my exes that I was hooking up with recently, and we were trying to potentially rekindle some sort of relationship, listened to the podcast and was like, I feel deceived. And I was like, we weren't fucking dating, though. We weren't even, like, hooking up when I went to the Philippines. So what are you mad about? So I was just like, what's the problem? And she was like, you should have declared it. I was like customs? What the fuck is happening here? So then I was just like, am I going to go back and forth? No, you already went crazy instantly. So I stopped talking to her, and she blocked me on everything. You know who you are. I know you're listening. I know your friends are listening.
We know
Just trying to
everybody.
spy on me.
We know everyone that's
I don't give a
listening.
fuck. Anyway, okay. So that story, the only reason why I say that is because I'm going to reference that story again. So in Philippines, New Year's, hooked up with a not really, like, something I'm not proud of at all, actually. She was like, walk me back to my hotel. And I was like, no, let me call you a Grab, which is like an Uber, right? And then there was no Ubers, so I had to walk her back. So I walk her back, and it sucks because it's already like 4:30 in the morning. It's hella hot. I'm wasted. You know what I mean? So anyway, I drop her off. Boom, boom, boom. Now I'm walking back to my to our Airbnb, and like, speaking of the dog situation in the Philippines, there's a homeless dude, dead ass, in a fight with 6 stray dogs. He was just like swinging a sleeping bag at them.
Dog gang.
I was like, this is crazy. You need a sleeping bag to be homeless out here? It's so fucking hot. You need a sleeping bag.
It was to defend himself.
What was the
from
point of
dogs.
this? Fuck the story. Fuck the
We're
story.
talking about dogs.
What you're saying how in the Philippines there's a lot of dogs.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I do remember that.
No, the punchline didn't connect. Let's move
it's all
on.
good. It's all good.
Let's move on. How are you doing?
I'm good. Well, good and bad. I was venting to Estevan
Yeah.
today.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Do you want to get it off your chest publicly?
Man, is that something that should be on camera though?
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, is it with
What
the
Estevan? I
fraud-
can't hear you.
It's
You were talking
from
to-
I don't know, man. Yeah, do it. Fuck it. You can always edit
Hey,
it.
bro,
You can edit it.
being open and vulnerable is a virtue.
Being
Yeah.
vulnerable and
Okay,
open
all right.
is
Well, I
what his
mean,
therapist
yeah, I
tells us
was
to.
vulnerable.
Yeah.
My bank account was.
Oh
So
shit.
It's like fraud that happened on my bank, right?
Oh my
Right on.
god, that
This
sucks.
was around December. It's
Uh-huh.
like December 23rd, 24th. It's confusing
Yeah.
because I see on my statement it was charged on the 23rd.
Uh-huh.
The same day I made a a withdrawal
Uh-huh.
from 7-Eleven down. the
Oh
street, right?
shit. Well, you know that's the first problem.
Yeah.
You can't using these third-party ATMs is always bad.
Well,
Yeah.
down there it's a U.S. bank.
Oh really? Is that who you bank with?
machine. Yeah, that's who I bank
Oh damn.
with, right?
Well, but usually at liquor stores though, they put
Yeah,
the
yeah.
devices.
No,
in
I
and
can see
shit.
that. I can see that
Yeah.
because on the same day, transaction at a 7-Eleven in Oakland
That's
was
how
charged.
they do it.
Huh?
That's how they do it, man. That's
Yeah. And then so I sent in I noticed this when I was on my coming back from my
Disney
trip,
Yeah.
right? So this happened in December. I found out about it in January. So I sent in a report, got
Yeah.
my card, like
Turned
I
off, you
cut
got a
it
new
off. Yeah, I
card,
cut
yeah.
it. Yeah, they sent me a new one. And then, like, I sent in the report. I even filed a police report with Oakland,
Yeah.
right? And never heard back from them, which is weird.
Damn.
Not
Yeah.
really.
Because they do
Oakland
it, like,
sucks.
online. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, basically, I got a letter. I forgot about it.
Yeah.
I got a letter today saying, yeah, like, unfortunately, based on, like, our investigation, we have determined that basically the thing I complained about, it said that I either authorized or benefited from that.
What the fuck?
And I was so angry because I
Yeah.
felt like I was being gaslighted.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like determined. Like, how
Yeah.
could you determine? It said because of my past history, location,
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
What
that
the
they determined
fuck?
as me.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it. It's like, okay, did I go out the 23rd? Like, that's so close to
Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, pretty sure.
What
And
the fuck?
I see that on my bank statement is the 23rd.
Yeah.
But when they sent me the letter, they say it happened the 24th.
God
And
damn.
that was my family.
Yeah. How the fuck?
Not in Oakland.
Yeah. How much do you mind me
It's
asking?
like
Like,
113.50 because there was a
Yeah.
charge on that
so
one.
at this point, this is really just like the principal versus like the amount. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like a victim, and then they blame me for the crime.
It's because you brown, bruh.
Yeah.
So what happens
right?
to us browns in this world, man.
Which leads me to the next topic, though. About have you guys heard about those cameras that determine who you are just by
Oh
seeing
yeah,
it?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
So I feel like what's crazy is with those things, because I'm pretty sure in front of an ATM, right? There should be a camera. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
They had that.
I always be looking in them cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Checking my eyebrows and shit.
those programs like that
Uh-huh.
are apparently like less accurate when it comes to like people of color.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Because we all look the same.
Yeah.
When really white people all look the same.
Computer can't tell.
James
y'all
is
apart.
like Zanny is like one of the few white people that is like distinguishable because like he makes
What?
'Cause I'm not
because he
all
makes
white.
it so.
No, I feel like he's distinguishable, right? But I know people who looks exactly like you.
That's true.
But
Nah,
older.
nah, I'm unique.
I don't know. There's I
I think you guys might be.
no.
related or
There was a
something,
picture.
like-
there was one time.
crazy.
Do you remember Paige? You
That's
remember Megan's
racist.
friend Paige?
Yes.
Remember Megan's friend Paige? She came. She was like staying at the bando one time, and she showed me like one of her friends, and I was like, "That's James." And then after that, we did like a. Remember we sent it to you on Snapchat? It was like a side by side. We all got doppelgangers. It's just y'all got more of them.
Yours was in the Philippines in a picture
The
holding.
the T boy.
Yeah.
Oh no, at the fort. Yeah, that dude looked just like me.
Dude, in
For
high
sure.
school, so there was this thing that happened where someone, a Filipino guy who's actually my friend,
Thought he looked like you.
I mean,
No.
you were friends with all the Filipinos at Cal.
pretty much.
Yeah.
But there was one time when, after the talent show, right? People just kept
There was
coming up
talent
to
show?
me.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there was a talent show there. People kept coming up to me and saying, "Dude, you did
Dude, you
amazing."
fucking bodied that.
Yeah, it's like
dog.
you played guitar like crazily. There are people
Cra-
saying that, and it's like, what? I did that? And it turns out it was my friend.
Damn.
Yeah, I was so mad because no one like said anything to him.
But they were coming up to you because you look like the
Yeah.
shredder, though. You did look like a shredder in high school, though.
Even though I didn't know.
Yeah, but it's because you always like dressed like a shredder, though. You know what I mean? You look
I
like
don't know what that means.
no, you look like you played good guitar. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah.
You didn't dress like the Ninja Turtles, that's for sure.
Yeah. Wait, are you
Or
saying he
Master
dressed?
Splinter.
Did he
She's
dress
just
like?
like Shredder.
Who?
Oh my God, Shredder's the villain.
I don't watch
Just
this
saying
bullshit.
Yeah, okay. Is that
Hey, bro, I didn't have time for cartoons. I was outside getting it.
These are all lies. Lies and deceit.
This has been such an awful start to this episode. What are we talking about? What else?
talking
is it?
about Pop Smoke?
Oh
Pop
man,
Smoke.
R.I.P. Pop Smoke.
Smoke.
Pop Smoke. I don't really know anything about him.
So Pop Smoke is like relatively new, dude.
Yeah.
Like last summer, the way I learned about him was the Joe Budden podcast because Maul was on there saying Pop Smoke got the song of the summer, and I was like, I don't know who this guy is. And I listened to the song, I was like, oh, that's cool. And like the thing that makes him cool is like he does like New York like drill music. You know what I mean? Because like you know how, like drill started in Chicago, but then after like unfortunately everyone in the drill scene in Chicago started killing each other. It like kind of died down. And then the UK started doing hella drill. So like all my favorite grime rappers are like they do some sort of drill like Smoke Boys now. They used to be called Section Boys, things like that. And drill is like huge in the UK because they put their own spin to it, right? Popsmoke, I think, is more closer to UK drill than the Chicago drill. So I was like, oh, that's cool to see that like UK is influencing the US because it's always the other way around, right? So it was cool. But I'm not going to say like I was a huge fan or anything like that, but I thought he was cool. And the thing that really sucks is he's like 20. That's really shitty. And the circumstances of what happened. You guys know the actual story?
You told me, but I don't think they know.
No, it was a home invasion though.
Yeah, so it was a home. So usually, I mean, L.A. is the land of B&Es. You know what I mean? Everybody do B&Es in L.A. So that's one. You know, like you hear about that, and you're like, damn, that sucks. But it happens, right? But then after that, things come out that like. There's like they showed like his best friend's pictures that he posted on IG.
Yeah.
Right, like earlier in the day before it happens. They're like flexing money phones and all that shit. But in the pictures, like the address is like clear as day on the picture. So like the number of the house is like clear as day. And then they checked in. So now we have a number and we have a city. We could really narrow this down to like a handful of places. You know what I mean? So that's already fucked because it's like, dog, you're not moving smart and you're this rich, but he's 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then this fucking guy, I think he's beefing with them, and I don't really know his name too well, but he then low-key snitches on himself. His name is Jake Halley 1995. I really don't know who this is, but listen to this caption he posted. Pop Smoke got smoked. I wasn't the shooter. I just gave out the addy. And they took it upon themselves. I'm innocent. That sounds like that. No, you're not innocent. Even if you didn't shoot the gun and you weren't there, you're an accessory.
Conspiracy.
Yeah, conspiracy. Exactly. So I'm innocent. As I said before, I didn't know what was going to happen. They did what they had to do. They got rid of dirt to ashes. Story of what happened. Pop Smoke owed somebody I knew some money. I gave them the drop on his address from his Instagram story. They decided to pull up and everything went left.
Wow.
So
now you're not just conspiracy, you're fucking
Dry
accessory.
snitch.
yeah, accessory, and you would
accessory
dry
to murder.
snitch it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's like Pops always said, bro, how you catch a fish?
With their mouth.
With their mouth. Stop snitching on yourself. So it's really sad. But at the end of the day, all of this could have been avoided if you're fucking careful about what you're posting on Instagram, bro.
Yeah.
When you have that much money, you should never show people where you at. For real, for real.
Yeah.
People that have a lot of money don't
Yeah, they don't.
show that they have a lot of money.
Right?
Well,
like,
that's the difference between people with a lot of money and people with wealth.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I feel like some people, when they have wealth, they
Word.
hide it. You know, they hide in their taxes and everything.
Yeah,
Right.
for
They
real.
have, like security with them too.
You know,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
look at Jay-Z. The man's one of the richest rappers
It's the
today.
Illuminati.
Yeah.
The man may just wear a tennis necklace.
Yeah, yeah.
He's part
Like,
of
I
the NFL
think
now too,
that's
right?
it.
Yeah, yeah. So, but like he moves smart, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, like,
Diddy doesn't wear any chain. Doesn't
yeah,
wear any
they move
diamonds,
smart.
Nothing.
They move smart, man. And like, I will say, like, despite, of course, like hindsight's always 20/20 and all that shit. Despite all of that stuff, like, we also have to remember that Pop Smoke was a fucking kid still. He was 20, so
Yeah.
obviously he's moving wrong. The thing that I will say is that like, you don't have any OGs around you that like will put you on game for these things. And you know, maybe you didn't, and that sucks. That just tells me that like, especially in communities that we grew up in, OGs really need to take more of an active stance in like educating the youth, because shit like this happens. Like Pop Smoke made it out the hood, man, and then he dies not even a year.
Then the hood followed him home.
Exactly, man. It's really sad.
Yeah, I got an opportunity to listen to some of his music when I was working out. A mixtape that he had that was pretty interesting. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
It was something Into the Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
dude,
liked a couple of songs like Scenario. I thought was pretty good.
that's a really good song.
I liked that song
Yeah.
a lot, and then I also liked was it the PS or PS? Wait, I can't even.
Is that the one with Casanova on it?
I think
that you're saying?
Casanova. Yeah. I can't even say it, but I'm like I just. What am I trying to say? I'm so high right now. No, it's like,
No.
You know, it's not when you have like post-traumatic stress.
PTSD.
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 Got a bag of
He
shit.
did it with
That kinda scared
PTSD.
me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what
What
the
else?
track's called. The track's
What?
called PTSD. I can't even say it. I'm so
PTSD.
No,
high.
you're good. But yeah, like
Where's the vape pen? I want to get higher.
like you said though, the music is interesting because again, it's closer to UK drill than it is Chicago drill. So
It's
like,
interesting, yeah. I
with like
it.
a New York spin. You know
It
what I mean?
is, yeah. It reminds me of like something like Fergie in a way, where
Yeah.
better yet, what's his name? Fucking shit, Playboy Cardi.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly
definitely.
it, yeah.
I think so too. I mean, I think clearly like Popsmoke, since he's only 20, had a lot of influence from ASAP and that whole group.
Yeah.
And Ferg and Playboy Cardi even, they do a lot of stuff within New York that
Yeah.
doesn't sound like New York. You know what I mean? So
No, it's awesome. It's unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's sad, man. Unfortunate. Any thoughts before?
It's just sad. He's young.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably check out his music now.
Yeah.
You know, and it's always a weird thing.
Just like everybody.
It's like, huh?
Just like everybody
Just like
always checks
everybody,
out.
but
Yeah.
Once they like, oh, who's Pop Smoke? He dead? I guess I might as well listen now. I mean, I'm the
mean,
same way.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
no idea who
Yeah.
Pop Smoke was before he died. I was
Yeah.
just like,
because when somebody,
He does music?
especially dies tragically and so
Yeah.
young, you do look at it as like, you know, how much promise they really have.
Yeah.
And not to judge it, but just to like, you know,
Yeah.
this is someone who's gone now.
Yeah.
You know, and this is their last.
you hear a dead
thing.
man's voice.
It's like even on the way here to the studio, we were just like playing songs on shuffle, and then a
Yeah.
Juice World song came out, and like we were both like, "Damn, he's gone."
dead.
That's weird. You know what I mean? 2020, dude. 2020's clapping motherfuckers off tops.
It's weird though, because I feel like what was it, 2016? That was.
I remember when people were getting killed.
but they're like older,
yeah, yeah.
and now it seems like it's the younger.
Well, except for China, she was like in her 40s.
PTSD.
China's a
Older than
wrestler.
us.
she died this year. I thought
No,
she
in
died a while ago.
2016.
No, I'm saying all people that died in 2016 are older.
No, that's what
we.
that's what I'm saying. But the
Yeah.
only like
She
there's
was
some
middle-aged.
exceptions. Like
Oh,
China
is
was
it
an
40?
exception. Yeah,
Yeah, but like I'm talking about most of the people dying now, they seem to be first of
The-
all rappers,
they're
yeah,
children.
yeah.
and
It all
Yeah,
started
they're
with
young.
Nip last year, man.
yeah,
Well, actually, no, Mac before Nip.
Mac
right?
before Nip.
And before Nip, before Mac, it was Lil Peep.
Yeah, Lil Peep before Mac. Yeah,
And
it's
before
crazy,
that
man.
was, what was his name? Little Snoop Dogg or Snoop? There was another. There's another guy that'd be right before him. It was like his name sounded just like Snoop Dogg's name, but I can't remember what his name.
Little Judah. I don't know.
Yeah, rappers got a short lifespan.
Yeah.
They're not like rock and roll celebrities who are fucking did heroin their whole lives. Fucking.
Yeah, how the fuck is like Mick Jagger still alive?
Yeah, those motherfuckers like live on,
neighborhoods.
you know?
He
Yeah,
did. He
think
did
about it.
really good
Different
heroin.
drugs.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
that's
like,
He did the best
fucking
heroin. He
Yeah.
didn't just do shit off the streets. He had that
Yeah.
blue magic.
Yeah,
Blue magic.
That's true. Yeah, this is sad, man.
Magic.
This is pretty
It's
It's
sad.
sad. Hey, well, R.I.P. Pop Smoke, man.
let's
Too
take-
young.
let's
Let's
take
take
a
a
shot,
shot. Take a
man.
shot for Pop.
Shotty.
I-
Shotty.
we-
Yeah,
Pop.
the
PTSD.
vape pen is somewhere.
I
PTSD.
hope-
Now I can say
Where
it.
is it?
PTSD.
Man,
PTSD.
we gotta stop.
PTSD.
I hope we don't do too
Post-traumatic
many more of
stress.
these on the podcast,
Yeah.
man. That's
Good song. Good track. Check it out. PTSD.
You know,
Yeah, let me look.
somebody else died this year that's really, really rocked my world.
Oh, yeah.
Who? I'm not talking about Kobe. I mean, I am talking about Kobe, but I'm always talking about Kobe. But no, this one's not as like sad. Actually, it's kind of funny, but it's also really sad. But do you guys watch the Your Mom's House podcast? Tom Segura and his damn it. So they do these things where they fucking find like the weirdest shit on the internet that has like 100 views, and they make it famous because they make fun of it. But there is this guy named Fed Smoker, who was just like this meth head that was just like all over the internet. He has the funniest videos of him just being a meth head where he's like fucking playing, he's like jamming with his friend in like a garage, and the guy's playing like the nastiest sounding metal guitar, and he's just on meth going, oh, we're downtown, yeah. And then like he'll go up to cops and he's like, hey, I'm fucking retire cops for breakfast and shit like that. He's just insane. He pulled his tooth out on one of the videos. Yeah, feather it, brother.
The security.
Yeah, ta-ta there. Ta-ta there.
Ta-ta there.
Don't say it. You said the R word.
He said the I word.
So you ta-ta there. How'd you get your badge, Chomo? That guy? And then he fucking like...
Who gave you this job? I bet you're not even good at this job.
How do you get this job? You didn't follow Proto, you Chomo. And he has this video where he's giving himself a haircut. He said he's opening a car wash, so he's going to perform a haircut on the camera. But the twist is he's doing it with a lighter. So he's just lighting his hair on fire. And he's just like, you got to
It's a
feather
hair
it,
burn.
brother.
Oh
You
my
got to feather it,
God.
brother. You got to feather it. There was like reports coming out on Reddit for like a month saying like, oh, he died. And people were like posting pictures of the truck that he's always traveling around in, and then an arm sticking out of the window holding a bottle of piss. And everybody's like, no, it can't be Fed Smoker. It can't be Fed Smoker. It was confirmed. Fed Smoker has now passed away.
How did he die?
He died from no, it's like they said. So here's the thing that I also learned from Dr. Drew is that coroners, for the most part, whenever there's a drug addict who didn't obviously die from overdose, they say natural causes. But really, it's like, even if you didn't overdose, your prolonged use of a drug probably gave you heart problems. Like, I probably have heart disease right now, to be honest with you. And it's okay, I'm ready. I'll take one for the team. We're going to get hella famous. But, Poseidon!
Poseidon!
But, so, they said that he died from, like, a coronary disease. So, like, what that tells, like, Dr. Drew, at least, who's definitely more of an authority than I am, is that his prolonged methamphetamine use has, like, fucked his heart up, and that's how he died. So it's actually really sad and unfortunate. But he's, like, this internet meme, which is why it's, like, everybody's, like, kind of, like, lightheartedly doing it. Everybody's, like, putting, like, oh, rest in proto, feather in peace, and shit like that. And it's funny. And at face value, people could be like, damn, that's kind of, like, distasteful, right? But I think it actually keeps his legacy alive because he's a meme. You know what I mean? It's better than him just being completely, forgotten.
I feel like we know him better than the people that were closest to him.
I don't think he had money.
I don't think he gives a fuck. He's dead.
He's a dead tweaker.
Yeah.
There was one awesome video that he had too, where he's just like in his house and he's like, if you don't have a dirty twat and you want to come live here, you better clean this house. I don't even want to fuck you. I get my own bitches. Just come over here and clean this house. Unless you got a dirty twat. R.I.P. Fed Smoker, man. Sad times. We're gonna do.
Never heard about him, but
dude, dude, I gotta show you. I gotta show you some of his
longer.
videos because it's fucking funny. I was at my mom's house right before we left for LA last week, and I was like lying down on the couch, and I watched this entire 18-minute video of him jamming with his friend. I was like I was captivated all 18 minutes. I was just like, is he gonna say a different lyric than "Oh, we're downtown, yeah"? He didn't. And it was fucking amazing. I love him. All right, feather in peace.
yeah, it
Fed
seems like
Smoker.
he at least gave people some
Rest in
sort
proto.
of, like,
Ta-ta there.
you know, like the people,
Ta-ta
even if
there.
they're making memes about him, I think it kind of like touched their hearts.
Yeah,
in a way.
man.
Touch something.
Likely a meth pipe. Talking to the mic. Oh, man.
Oh man. Anyways,
The man likes meth.
Well, this is depressing. Let's talk about something happy. We spent 30 minutes being depressing.
Happiness.
well, I mean, get that out of the way, but we have cool things coming up.
You want to hear about them, people?
Yeah.
Do you want to
Yeah.
hear about them? We'll tell you.
Yeah.
Okay,
What?
first of all, what's happening on the 29th?
Tell them.
The 29th, there's a couple of things actually happening.
Okay.
The 29th is the release of the Wave Gang Worldwide Labels Collective album, DAVSZN.
Got a bag of shit.
Yeah.
We got a bag of songs. That's what we have.
A whole damn bag.
And we're gonna we gotta talk about that.
We
Well,
got the bag.
we are excited about that shit. We started working on it last summer. It was
Yeah,
definitely
that was last
last
summer,
summer, man. It was a lot of work. It is a lot of moving pieces with that many people on one album.
Yeah.
Guess what?
We did it.
It's done.
It's done.
Yep.
And you know what? We're going to have a party.
We're gonna.
Yes, we
Are you want to talk about the second thing that's happening on the 29th?
The party.
You want to give us more details about the party? You son of a bitch!
It's going to be awesome.
I don't think he knows what's happening on the 30th. Jesus
I know I'm going to get fucked up and I'm
I
at
mean,
the
he's being
door.
honest.
And I'm at the door
Put his
telling
hands-
people.
No, here, let's have.
This is what I'm going to say. I'm going to be like, stop.
No, here.
Come on in.
I
No,
got
stop.
you. I got you. No, read it off. I got you.
Okay, here, let me read you the details. To celebrate the release of our album, DAVSZN, by a collective of artists known as Wave Gang Worldwide,
Gang,
we invited all of our artist friends.
That
to
doesn't mean they're going to
showcase
be
their
there, but we
bodies.
invited them.
We invited them. Some of them may show up, maybe two. We don't know. We know for a fact that their bodies could possibly be of work while.
What is happening?
Wow.
Hold on. Let me back up. Let me just rewind. Our friends are going to showcase their bodies of
You
work
read like
while
Floyd
we
Mayweather,
listen to
motherfucker.
music. Hand out and party. Drinks on us for y'all. But, bring your own beer because we're only going to have so much alcohol.
We'll have enough, but if you want to bring your own choice, then by all means.
Bring your own, please. It'll make sense.
Yeah.
See y'all there. Party starts at 8. DAV season listening session starts at 10. Artist gallery showcase. Artists to be announced. Beer pong. Regular Jenga.
Regular Jenga. Every time somebody says regular Jenga, I got to do this. Yeah.
Regular Jenga.
Yeah.
Crenshaw Dice.
Gang. You already know.
And guess what, people? It's a free event. And if you didn't already know, we're taking donations if you want them.
Wait, are we?
Well,
yeah. Oh, no, that's right. Yeah.
I'll gladly take any donations
No.
that anybody wants to give me.
So we actually are taking
Don't have a lot of
donations. James, we are taking donations. It's not going to us. We're actually donating all the proceeds from this show to the Big Brothers Big Sisters Association of the Bay
Big brothers,
Area.
bigger sisters.
See, I also like the reason why I support this foundation so much is that I worked in the philanthropic industry for 5 years, and I found out that it's absolute horse shit, right? It's all bullshit. The real way, if you really want to make an impact in your community or in a community, is to donate your time and your mentorship, right? And the one foundation that does it properly is Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Bay Area. Essentially, kids from the inner city that either don't have parents or their parents are working multiple jobs and aren't able to pick up their kids from school. They can't afford after school programs, things like that. You get matched up with one of those kids and you essentially mentor them during the hours that they're not, they don't have childcare. And it's really great. Like when I did it for 2 years, I mentored this kid, Markel, who ended up moving to Baltimore, better situation with his mom out there. Hope he's doing good. If you're listening, Markel, I miss you, little bro. That kid is like so bright. He's so bright. He has such a great future ahead of him. So smart, so talented. But in most situations, he probably would have gotten into the wrong fucking scenes because Mom's was working all the way up until 9 o'clock. Pops was working night shifts and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's like 9 times out of 10, he probably is falling into the wrong shit. And that's where the problem in this country is that it starts that young. You feel me? And there's no programs, there's no government assistance for kids in our neighborhoods that don't have that type of resources. So anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. That's where all the proceeds are going to. If you guys feel so compelled to, definitely sign up and like donate your time and your mentorship because that's the most valuable thing you give.
We'll have a bucket for your money, though.
Word.
I'm not done.
Oh, keep going.
It's all ages.
Sure is.
If you're 21 and over.
No, it's all ages, but you won't drink if you're under 20.
Yeah, because we have to card
you're
you
definitely
since we're
not
giving you
drinking.
guys
I mean,
free
like
booze.
y'all can just keep it on the low. I mean, like I'll be me.
let the
It's
guy
me and
know.
Zanny at the door, so just keep it on the hush hush. You feel me?
Don't be stupid.
Yeah,
Don't
stupid.
do graffiti outside, stupid.
Do it inside.
Bring your friends.
Bring your friends.
Hit the RSVP link in the bio.
In all of our bios.
It's in all of our bios. And if you didn't know where these bios were, it's Instagram.
Bios.
Well, we'll put that in the link description.
We'll put the link
yeah.
in the description.
Look downstairs. It's in the
Look
description.
downstairs.
All right.
Oh, but let me tell you the address. It's India Blocks. It's in Berkeley.
Wait, India Block Art.
India Block Arts. It's in Berkeley.
Yeah.
It's 2 blocks from Ashby Bart. And it's on the 29th.
What's the actual address?
Oh, you want me to actually?
Yeah,
Okay.
put it out there.
It's 1820 Harmon Street, Berkeley, California, 94703.
Now, if y'all pull up to that address trying to rob me, we ready, bruh. Don't like. I said this earlier. Don't put the address out there, but I'm not rich, bruh. So if you pull up there trying to rob me, what you trying to? You're not
I don't know
doing.
who
You're
you're
just.
There will be
You
absolutely
feel me?
no money.
No, there'll be
That
literally no money in
I
there
don't-
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't my phone. Why am I looking through your Instagrams?
because my Instagram way spicier. You feel me?
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, that's happening on the 29th. So the album comes out midnight the 29th, midnight Eastern Standard Time. So like for us in the West Coast, you actually could listen to that 9 p.m. the night before. But whatever, bro. Don't gotta rush it. You feel me?
Hey, And during the event, we're just gonna play our songs there too.
Yes.
So
Our songs, party songs.
yeah, you guys could dance.
Good times.
Yeah,
play
please
that.
dance.
Yeah,
That would actually be
dance.
really fun. Yeah.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
But if you want to know the songs beforehand, 9 p.m. it
9
comes
p.m.
out.
Word. Exactly.
So it'll be a better experience for you.
right.
You know,
You could sing with us. 'Cause
Yeah,
we-
scientifically
Yeah.
proven that if you know the songs a little bit,
You have more
appreciate
fun.
it more,
yeah. Also, I mean, but again, like, don't even just come to listen to our songs. We got
Yeah.
beer pong. So if you got trying to get smacked by me and Zanny at beer pong, then come in, try. You probably won't. You feel me? Because we're the shit at it, Zulu Nation. And if you don't want to get smacked by us, play fucking regular Jenga. Yeah. The reason why we
Or dice.
the reason why we specify regular Jenga is that we initially wanted to get lawn Jenga, which is like the huge Jenga. But then we were like, damn, that's kind of expensive, low key. So
much did it cost?
dude, we were looking online. There's some that was like going for like $99. Yeah. And then the cheapest one I found on Etsy was like, oh, you're just gonna take a shot without me?
Oh, I thought you took yours.
No, I didn't. You son of a
This
bitch.
bitch
Dirty little slut.
This is to dirty little sluts.
named Kyle.
Hey, don't put his government out there, James.
I know, right? You don't even take one with him either.
I hate everyone.
Anyways.
Yeah, so we were supposed to get lawn Jenga, but we ended up just getting regular Jenga. But we're gonna make regular Jenga so fun.
Oh yeah.
Regular Jenga.
I was thinking we could make a
Jenga.
drinking game out of
It's
it.
not
I mean,
about
we'll
the
make a
size.
drinking game
It's
out of
not about
everything.
the
Yeah,
size
but like
anyways.
it's kind of like King's Cup.
Oh Jesus!
Every time someone,
The Jenga.
Are you trying to
yeah,
kill everybody?
Every time someone takes one, they don't destroy it. They have to pour a little bit into the cup.
That sounds like an arrest waiting
So
to happen.
Does
whoever fucking makes the whole thing drop has to drink this humongous cup
Yeah.
of liquor.
Well, they could sip it throughout the night.
And then it'll be Death Cup when we're playing beer pong. So, but then there's also, if you're a gambling man like me, and but you don't like to play fucking blackjack and poker, where you have to do hella math. You just try to play some craps. You try to play 1-4-24, like we on the fucking corner of 37th and Slauson. Gang. We're playing Crenshaw dice as well. So, you know what I mean? We got a lot of activities for y'all, man. You don't have to just fucking
gonna be good times.
listen to songs. We also have, we're also going to be,
Talk to us too if you want.
yeah,
We'll
but
be
yeah,
there to talk
yeah.
to you.
I'll be drunk,
Yeah,
so
there's
you
a
know
lot-
I'm talking.
There's other artists there too.
Yeah.
that you guys should talk to and meet.
Yeah, we got friends coming.
Yeah, man. another thing on top of that too, though, is not only are we gonna have these games and alcohol and our album playing during a specific time frame, we're also gonna have a bunch of our artist friends hang up art in the gallery. So if you're into that shit and you want to potentially buy some art from somebody or just like follow them on IG and see their other pieces, we'll have a lot of art installations up there. A lot of our friends are also going to be selling merch. So our dear friends in Run Your Pockets will be there selling shirts. They're going to tour again eventually, so definitely encourage everybody to buy shirts for them so that they have a little bit of gas money, you know what I mean, to hit the road and really just keep chasing their dreams, because that's what we're doing out here.
We're all chasing dreams.
Alex is going to have a video up on loop because she did some
Awesome,
animation.
That's sick.
That's going to be sick.
Good,
Yep,
good.
yep.
So you're gonna bring a projector?
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna
both
bring some
bring a
projectors.
projector, so we
Sweet,
need to
sweet.
have two things.
Yeah. E's going to hang some art up. Are you hanging up anything?
No.
No, we're also going to, but another thing too is that we're going to also be hanging up like prototypes of the merch we're about to create. And like
That
one,
I'll have.
yeah,
I'm working on that.
sick. So
Hoodies.
hoodies,
That'd be
shirts,
sick.
all the above. It's so really what we're doing is we're going to put the designs out, right?
Yeah,
And then
and then you can pick what you want.
Exactly.
What it to be on later.
so you have the opportunity to go in there and like sign up for this design, right? And essentially what will happen is once we get these printed, we'll get you that shit for free. Like, we just want to know what designs are going to move the needle so we know what to mass produce. You know what I mean? But even if you sign up for my shirt and only 2 of you sign up for my shirt, I'll still make it and send it to y'all for free. You know what I mean? And if James's design gets 30 fucking votes, that's the one we're going to make 1,000 of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we benefit a little bit out of it by doing a little bit of market research. Y'all get some free shit. This whole night is going to be free for y'all, essentially. So I mean, I really don't see
What's
a
the
reason
link?
why you wouldn't come.
What's the link?
You could just find it on. We'll link it in the description.
Okay.
Yeah, but the website is pretty
Facebook.
easy to remember.
Yeah, but we do have a website now. Talk to them.
WaveGang.world.
Wavegang.world.
Yeah.
Wavegain.world.
And you guys could RSVP there, or at
Yep.
least just find more information.
Yep.
Figure out where it's located.
Yep.
So,
It's gonna be a good
it's
time.
gonna be sick. Hope we see you guys there.
Yeah, we hope we see y'all there,
See
man.
you guys there.
I'm about to be drunk
See
at
you.
that motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'm about to be like, yo, this is hella awkward. I'm gonna get wasted to deal
What's
with
your
it.
favorite drink? What kind of alcohol you like?
I mean, there was a dude for years. I was known as Ciroc Obama because I was like a diehard Ciroc drinker.
And I was his co-man, Bullet Biden.
Bullet Biden.
You know what? Why is that so like? What's the word for it? Why does it fit?
Because-
so hard?
Because it's one black man and one white man, like Obama and Joe Biden. I make your
There you
girlfriend's
go.
legs
It's
widen,
widen.
and I dive in her horizon.
Horizon.
Like,
Whoa.
Oh my-
You ever seen Friendship
I
like
wish
that?
I put your cameras next to each other because they're completely. You're in the top, he's in the bottom.
Hey,
corner.
bro, it's like
And
Portal.
We're just high-fiving and it's just like hella,
It's like Portal. I fuck with it.
it's hella just offside. It's like,
I'm not even
I
angry.
feel like we're making like a TikTok video with their legs, you know, like,
line it up later.
Facts.
it's a lot of work.
Yeah, we think a lot.
Care what you have to do.
You want to know why though? It's because me and Zanny get fucked up together all the time, so we think of these like we also love wrestling, so we're like tag teams and shit like that.
Tag
you know?
team.
Who's in the match now?
You are.
Oh, tag back out, dude. I need a hot tag. I gotta get here.
Oh, yeah, keep it going.
Yeah, we gotta cut the ring off, and then oh wait, no, I have to be in there. I have to get beat up the whole time because like in a big little tag team, the little guy I get beat up for a while. They throw me in the other corner, and I have to scratch and claw back to you. And then after that, when I finally tag you, the crowd explodes and you beat everybody up.
Wait, so
Yeah.
so in this
You're Bubba Ray Dudley. I'm
okay,
Devon
I just
Dudley.
want to know who the big and the little.
Dude, you're Bubba Ray Dudley. I'm Devon Dudley.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't think they're big and little. I think it's more of just
Well, that's true because I've seen Devon do some hot tags.
yeah.
Okay, we're getting a little too nerdy with
Yeah.
wrestling. We are going to start our own wrestling podcast, though. That's happening. Because I've been.
You guys are just wrestling while doing a podcast.
We don't even talk
It's a
about wrestling.
podcast.
We're just wrestling
We
while we
wear mics and we debate.
talk about current events.
we debate.
Could you
about
believe
wrestling.
Democrats are actually voting for Mike Bloomberg?
Oh my god, really? Oh no.
It's
that guy
sad.
sucks.
Oh my God. We're not a political podcast here, though. So I'm sorry. That's my fault. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, that's what's happening on the 29th. We hope you guys come.
Come on the 29th.
Yeah, there's not a lot of
Meet some
news.
friends.
Not a lot of news to talk about right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So
Are you gonna watch the boxing match?
that's right.
yeah.
Tomorrow.
Tyson and Wilder.
What did you watch the first fight?
It was good.
What did you think? What did you
I
think?
liked- I liked it.
Who do you think is going to come out on top in the
Can't believe it was a
rematch?
tie.
I don't know. It's a good,
I
it's
can.
a-
I can. We'll get to that.
Well, I don't know. I thought they both competed both well. You know, they're both really matched. You know, both well matched. It's a good match. I like him. Their styles are different.
Yeah.
Like I like Tyson's fur. He has good technique.
Yeah. Tyson Fury
He's
is definitely.
fast.
Yeah.
He's surprisingly fucking fast.
Right.
It's amazing how fast he is. It's scary.
There's the way I see it is
Yeah.
like Tyson Fury is a boxer.
Yeah.
And Deontay Wilder is a headhunter.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a beast. He's
Yeah.
an eliminator.
He really is.
Yeah, but he took the punch really nice though.
Yeah.
He came back really
He did.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the Gypsy King.
Tyson Fury. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna come back like a zombie.
Deontay Wilder is like Shao Kahn though.
He's crazy though.
Yeah.
Yeah. His punching power is amazing.
He's insane.
His punching power is amazing.
And like he doesn't like lose energy
No.
late in the round. He's still swinging at you like a goddamn like animal.
Yeah.
In round 10.
Yeah.
It's
Fucking he's crazy Donkey Kong and shit.
What's your prediction?
I think it will last at least in probably maybe the 8th round.
And then there's going to be a KO clearly.
Maybe a KO.
Who's knocking who out?
I don't know, man. Maybe Deontay Wilder might knock out.
Ooh, you got
Tyson
your money on
Fury.
Wilder? Do you
I
know
don't
anything about
know.
this fight?
No.
Okay, let's skip this
Wait,
one.
wait, how come there's like more than one round?
Yeah, there's 12 rounds in
12.
boxing.
No,
yes.
no. Let me see.
Could last 12
I mean,
rounds.
Is it
I'm
more
not
than
talking
one
about rounds.
fight?
I mean,
Oh, like
actually,
fights? So they
Yeah.
fought previously. When was it? Like 2 years ago?
Oh,
or last year?
that's
Isn't
what
that
you
long?
mean.
It's
That's
either
what
2
you
years
mean.
ago or last year. And it was
It was last year.
I think, yeah, something like that. It was a crazy fight, bro. Because, again, their styles are so different. Tyson Fury is a boxer. right? He's going to get points. He's fast. He's smooth. Deontay Wilder is not trying to fight more than 3 rounds. He's trying to kill you. You know what I mean? He's not trying to get points and score. He's trying to fucking murder you and knock you out. You know what I mean? So those two styles, styles makes fights, and that's what makes it so exciting. So like the fight, essentially how it went was Tyson Fury was winning the fight. He was scoring. What was it, like the 8th round? Deontay Wilder fucking catches Fury and knocks him down. And Fury looks like he's out, but he gets up at 8. And you only have until 10, right? Then Tyson Fury proceeds to shake it off and win the next 3 rounds through points. So then they're like, okay, what's going to happen? It's a fucking draw. Like, it wasn't like a split decision. It was a draw. You know what I mean? And he said that he couldn't believe it was a draw. I actually could, because I saw that Deontay won, I think, 4 rounds. Fury won, I would say, 8-ish rounds. But then Deontay knocked him down. And Tyson Fury never knocked Deontay down.
Yeah, like at that point, it's almost like when you have 2 like pairs of the same kind, and then it just matters what your final card is.
Yeah.
If that's like the same, it cancels that out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you have to come out with a stronger card than
Exactly,
that, you know?
yeah. So, and both of these guys are both undefeated still. They're like,
oh shit.
Yeah, they're like 40-something and 0 and 1. You know what I mean? So it's like an insane, like literally, like boxing has been essentially dead the past decade,
Till
I would
this
say.
fight.
But fucking Fury and Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder is like bringing it back. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's gonna be a crazy fight. Zane DeVito, what is your analysis and what is your prediction?
I personally thought that Wilder only won 2 rounds last time. Definitely the one where he knocked him down. There was one where even though Fury tripped, Wilder still capitalized and knocked him down. But it was because of footing that Fury fell.
So you thought Fury won the fight?
I definitely thought Fury won the fight. Even with the knockdown, I thought that for Wilder to have won the fight, he would have to won. It's because I'm white.
What? I didn't say anything. What? Keep going.
I thought for Wilder to have won, he would have had to win at least like 5 rounds and then that knockdown.
Normally, I would agree with you if it was like a championship fight.
It wasn't a championship fight.
No, they both are champions.
Right. I thought they were fighting for one of the belts.
I mean, here's the thing. So I'm saying, like, they both have a belt, so it's going to unify it. But I'm saying if Deontay Wilder was a challenger, per se, you know what I mean? Then I also would give it to Fury, because it's like, if you're a challenger going for the belt, you have to be the aggressor and you have to, like, win. You know what I mean? It can't be, like, judges. You know what I mean?
Right.
But since they both had belts, to be like, I was like, I'm calling it, like, right down the middle. You know what I mean? But either way, I think it makes this next fight really, like, fascinating.
I'm excited for the next
So what's your prediction?
I still think Fury's going to win.
In decision, or you think he's going to finish it?
No, if Fury wins, it'll be decision.
Decision? Cool.
He's not going to be able to knock him out. If Wilder wins, it's by knockout.
Yeah. I mean,
He's not going to win by
Wilder
decision.
has like a crazy record where he has like 30-something wins, like 31,
And
and
they're
29 is knockouts. Like, it's crazy.
They're like 28 or 20. I think only
41.
like
He has 41, and then it's like 30-something.
yeah. I think only like 2 of the fights he didn't win. By
So
knockout.
crazy.
He won by TKO or some shit.
Crazy.
So here's what I'm going to say. My heart wants Deontay Wilder to win.
Why?
Because he's just a more exciting fighter. You know what I mean? Because it's like the reason why boxing kind of took a shit was because look who was at the top of boxing for a while? Floyd Mayweather. And he fought to not lose, right? And it's like, he's probably the greatest boxer ever in terms of like the technical sport, art of boxing, probably the greatest ever. But like, what will get people interested in boxing again is people like Deontay Wilder, who's just trying to fucking knock your head off. Because look who you're competing with: the UFC, so much more exciting. WWE, NXT, AEW, so much more exciting. There's so much more pageantry. You know what I mean?
I was gonna add to that. I was gonna ask you guys if you know anything about the YouTubers, like
fucking
setting up fights and
Logan
stuff like that?
Paul and KSI and them. Yeah, I
And
think.
How do you feel about that? You know,
I think that's I hate that I'm saying this because I hate Logan and
Yeah.
Jake Paul. KSI is annoying. You know what I mean? But
They
he's-
all are. Most
Yeah,
YouTubers
YouTubers are fucking annoying, except for us. But I will say those fights are more compelling because there's a clear heel and face. Like the KSI Logan Paul fight, I watched just because there was a possibility that Logan Paul would get his fucking ass kicked. You know what I mean?
I think it's mostly you want to see their asses
And
kicked.
at the end of the day, that's what wrestling is.
Yeah.
So it's like, am I gonna always watch boxing for like first and foremost, the best boxers right now aren't trying to kill each other. They're trying to fucking score points and not get hurt. And I get that they're trying to do that for self-preservation. But for me as a consumer, I could just go to WWE where a dude is fucking saying crazy shit and they're doing crazy flips and they're hitting each other in the head, giving each other CTE with chairs and shit. Like, that is just a much better experience for me as a consumer. Like, why would I give a fuck about boxing? Well, when there's a Logan Paul dude who I want to see him get his fucking life ruined, I'm going to tune into that shit. You know what I mean?
Did you hear about his next fight?
He has another. Oh, yeah, isn't he challenging fucking.
Some guy from the NFL?
Oh, yeah, he's challenging. God, who is he challenging? He's challenging some fuckboy.
It's weird because like now it's flipping where people want
Antonio
him to
Brown.
fight. Yeah.
He's challenging AB to a
Heard
fight.
I did hear about that,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
I did hear about that.
And
Isn't
I'm
AB
torn.
trying to take it?
Yeah, I'm torn because as a Raider fan, AB fucked us last year. Because you heard about what AB did to the Raiders, right? We traded for him, and then he fucking proceeded to just explode, and like he'd never played with the Raiders, and we traded him. We traded a lot for him, and he called like our GM a cracker and all that shit. So he wilded out, bro. So I hate AB as a Raider fan.
Yeah.
I hate Logan Paul as a human being. So like, this is a heel versus heel match.
You're so torn.
Yeah, but guess what? That's more compelling than 99.9% of boxing matches right now. Because like if you think about it before Pacquiao came out with this bigotry bullshit that like is obviously a product of coming from a Catholic ass country, when him and Mayweather were going to fight each other, I wanted Mayweather to knock the shit out of Pacquiao. But Mayweather didn't want to fight like that. So it's like when I watched it, I was like, this was a waste of fucking time and money. So fuck boxing. You know what I mean? This is probably the only fight that's happened in boxing where I feel compelled enough to where me and Zanny made plans to watch it. When it's a good UFC fight night, we're watching it for sure. Because we know it's going to be crazy. You know what I mean? Boxing?
I'm going to eat lemon pepper wings.
Boxing is like... I can't eat Wingstop anymore. The last 2 times I ate Wingstop, I got acid reflux, bro.
We're not going to Wingstop.
You could get Wingstop.
That means I have
You
to.
could get
I love
Wingstop.
the atomic wings.
I get acid reflux now, man. I can't.
Not even just lemon pepper.
No, you go to Wingstop. I'll get Pluto's for myself. I have a nice steak. I'll have a nice steak salad. Dude, my body is yelling at me to like chill the fuck out. And there's some things I'm not willing to chill the fuck out on, so I'll chill the fuck out on food. Although food is like sex to me. Like
Food is amazing.
food is my biggest vice.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Food is sexy.
Food is my biggest vice. Like if you ask me, like if I had to give up cocaine, weed, or food,
Yeah, it's hard.
I'm giving up cocaine and weed.
No, you're not.
Wait, why do you have to
I
give up
will.
both of them?
Oh, no. Okay, if I have to give up... Okay, if you give me a choice of 4 things, right, and I could only choose one for the rest of my life, and it's food, cocaine, weed, or alcohol, let's say 5. Women, I'm choosing food. I could masturbate.
Yeah, that's like tied to your survival.
You feel me? I could masturbate.
So is sex.
I could also drink energy drinks. Fuck cocaine. I could also eat so much fucking steak that I take a nap. Weed. You know what I mean? Like... Food is everything. But that's the thing I have to, like, chill out on. Because I love it the most.
What?
Food. Anyway, whatever. I think my heart says I want Wilder to win.
Yeah.
But my head says Fury's going to win. Because he's just, like, a more skilled fighter. But Deontay Wilder always has that puncher's chance. You make one wrong move and Wilder catches you, it's over. So if I had to bet money, I would say Fury in a split decision. But I want Wilder to win.
I say knockout at the 8th.
I want that to happen. I'm dying for that to happen.
Towards the end of the round.
Plus, it will make it feel like we like invested our time into something exciting. You know what I mean? Sometimes when it goes to a decision, you're like, that kind of sucks. You know what I mean? Especially because there's like usually like 3 hours worth of other fights you don't give a fuck about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Tonight, there's actually a UFC fight night that's kind of interesting.
Oh yeah.
It's like fucking Darren Till again. I forgot who it was actually. Don't listen to me. Let's move on.
It was a good fight though.
Yeah.
So anyway, those are what's going on this weekend. I think one thing we want to do too, though, is kind of do a recap on the album because
Yeah.
we want to get y'all kind of prepped for what we got going here, and
Preppity prep.
we also want to pull the curtains back a
school.
little bit and talk about like things that happened during the recording process that made this fun. And all that.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah, we have some
gonna
good
talk
stories.
We do.
Good stories about that, the creation of this album.
Yeah.
You know?
We're gonna
Well, it
talk
kind of
about
started off with Dav.
Did it? I don't think
I'd
it did.
say, well, I guess after we
Davenport.
came back from Dav.
Oh, not the
That's all
song.
about the song.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, we're
Sober
talking.
started it off.
Yeah.
Davenport.
Are you gonna contribute things? Like,
Yeah, Dav's cool.
no, you're right though. I think it did like the genesis of it
Yeah.
was when we went to Dav in July. Yeah, we went for your birthday, right? Yeah, we went to July. That was the 9th annual Dav. We're doing, dude. This year is the 10-year anniversary.
10 years.
So we
We've
gotta-
been doing this bitch for 10 years.
We should go twice this year.
Okay.
What you guys think?
Say less.
Yeah, I'm down.
One towards
It's
like
usually just like 2 days you have to get off anyway.
Yeah, I mean, really, yeah, really. For us, no. We're not.
I'll have
We-
2 days off.
You have to take the Saturday off, though.
I gotta take that Saturday off.
Actually, no, you don't. If we leave at noon, you could work in the morning still.
I can work in the morning.
He's not contributing. Let's go over here.
No. Let's go to Dav.
But yeah, Dav is something you guys have been doing for a while. It was my
Yeah.
first time last year.
I can't believe this is your first Dav because you've
I
been
know.
kicking it with us for a long time.
I know.
That was because I couldn't say kicking it.
Kicking it.
Yeah, man. So yeah, it did start at Dav this year because we got. I mean, we always get so fucked up at Dav.
Yeah, it was a great experience.
Yeah.
Just feeling like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But at the edge of the world, you know, the ocean.
Dude, the reason why I love going to Dav so much is because of that. You feel like you're in a different world, and then you get so fucked up that you're like in a different mind state.
You don't worry about
You don't. Like,
anything.
you really don't.
That's the best part. It's like you're
Right.
camping, you
Right.
know, but you're also like in a good camping
Right.
mindset.
You got to come this year, Estevan.
You should, man. I think you'll love it.
He said
no.
no. He's just straight up like,
But anyway,
nah.
like, the crazy thing about it, though, is like, sure, you could turn up at a house and not be worried about something. But when you turn up in nature... And
Yeah,
you're
you
not
have no
you're not
worries,
worried
dude.
about
With the
something.
ocean
But
waves
like, you
just
know, when you
crashing in
turn
the
up in like a
background.
public place, though, you're like kind of worried about
Yeah,
repercussions. But when you go to Dav, it's like there's literally nothing that could happen to you.
Yeah.
So it's like a really liberating
You
experience.
have a huge space to yourself
Yeah.
because no one really wants to like
Just
mingle
don't be
too
stupid
much.
Right.
Everyone's
and
far
don't be
away.
a player hater.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then it just you're out in the ocean. And
Yeah.
you can't
And think
feel
about
anxiety.
like the sensory overload of you're outdoors. It's 3:00 in the morning, but you're not cold because it's the summer and we have a fire,
Yeah.
right? Your feet are in the sand, and then there's waves crashing all the time. And then we're also like far away from cities, so you could actually see the stars and stuff like that. It's like a sensory overload. Load. You know what
It's
I mean?
weird because it's a
Load,
sensory
load,
overload,
load.
but usually daily life is
Load.
overwhelming
Right.
compared to that.
So you're
type of
like-
sensory overload.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like you disconnect and
yeah.
like
Everyone don't mind that their phones died. you
yeah,
know? Like,
exactly. You don't
The
get-
only person that has signal down there is Kevin, and he's the one who doesn't want to talk to people. the
Yeah,
most.
Yeah.
I turn my shit off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's amazing, dude. Like it's a great experience. And then even
Davenport's so much fun.
even in earlier years when we would all have like our significant others there, you're just like rolling. You get in your tent, you fuck a little bit, you come outside, play guitar with around the fire. It's just such a
time.
great experience. You know what I mean? And the crazy thing too is while I'm in this weird mind state, I look around and it's like friends from different eras of my life. And it feels hella surreal because it's like, oh, I have my San Jose friends here. I have my fucking SI friends here. I got my San Francisco friends here. Oh, there's my cousin. There's my brother. You know what I mean? And I'm like fucked up. So I'm like, how is this? It feels like I'm on the edge of the world and we all kind of congregated here. You know what I mean? It's really weird. It's really like a time capsule. You know what I mean? And like that shit's like fucking important to me. You know? 'Cause-
Yeah.
And like the fact that it's like been a tradition for this long is like really cool. So yeah, I think this album really started there. You know what I mean? And then you wrote something based off of the
Yeah.
experience there. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I came back from once we got back, right? I was
Yeah.
just at work,
Yeah.
and I don't know. There's just this beat that I found, and then the
Yeah.
melody came to my head, and then everything just flowed from there.
Yeah.
You know,
It was like Jesus was talking through you.
Yeah, the whole Dav experience just made me inspired again for some reason, and it's mostly just from disconnected from
Yeah.
daily life.
For real.
Because the daily life part of the routine sucks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't know how much it eats your soul
The
until you're out of there.
mundaneness
Yeah.
The mundaneness, yeah.
Yeah.
of just day to day
Facts.
Yeah.
bullshit.
Which is fine for me, but like
It is
when I
not
feel
fine
like
for you. It's not fine for anybody.
I think like everyone needs
Oh, shit, I'm
structure
sorry.
still.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know.
Everyone still needs structure because if you don't have that job, that routine, it
Yeah.
fucks you up.
Yeah, yeah.
If you
I,
have
didn't-
too much of that,
The
it
only-
fucks you up.
You
The
know
only
what-
thing that fucks me up is when I don't have enough money. That's the only reason why I have a job is so I could have money. If
But
I
I'm
didn't
saying
need,
though,
well,
if
some
money
people
just
are.
came to me and I just had a sex video. If I said,
wait, what?
if I was just Kim Kardashian,
Oh,
Bag of shit.
I was about to say,
Bag of shit. Got a
like, you don't
bag
have
of
to have
shit.
money to have a sex video. You know?
no, but if I had a sex video, I'd have money.
Some people don't need that type of direction. You know what I mean? I am a person who, whether I don't want to, like, at first I didn't want to admit this because I wanted to believe that I'm just like this guy that rolls with the punches and I go with the flow and I'm like, let the universe
that
happen
what-
through me.
Is that what you've been doing?
I wanted to be that guy, but I had to come into terms, especially through therapy, that it's like that shit gives me anxiety if I don't have direction. You know what I mean? If I don't have
Yeah.
routine. And like,
Yeah.
as much as I try not to like, I try not to be like super religious about routines because when that happens, when I get really like religious about a routine and something goes outside of that, I freak out. You know what I mean? I also know that like having some sort of sense of normalcy helps my mental state a lot. You know what I mean? And in many ways, I am dependent on that. But like Dav is like almost like when you go scuba diving, you're like in this other world, but you still kind of like have like a lifeline. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not going to be like this forever, but it's like a good way to like get out of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does like pull you out of the weeds.
That's
you know what
why
I
I
mean?
get why vacations are important.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like one of those things where there's a vacation that, like, you don't have to spend money for, really.
Yeah.
Except for the
For like so the party favors. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, but like that's nothing compared
Yeah.
to like if I go to Disneyland.
Facts.
There's all this.
Oh, I know.
things that- I'm like broke. By
I
the
just
time I'm
spent
done
eight,
with
I
that.
just spent $1,700
Yeah.
this past weekend.
Yeah, dude, seriously.
Yeah, but I love Disneyland. I'd gladly do it.
Is that where you got that hat?
Huh? Yeah.
Disney
You
mom.
see, I'm a Disney mom
Disney
because
mom.
all y'all my sons. I be raising y'all bitches. But yeah, like you know, like I always say too that like as much as like vacations are important to experience the world and experience it like outside.
Disneyland.
I also think that like 75% of the importance of vacations is to like appreciate home more and appreciate your normal life more. As much as people are like, damn it, back to reality, you also have a newfound appreciation of reality when you like after like driving for 12 hours or getting off that fucking 14-hour flight, when you get home, you're like, oh my God, I'm so happy to be home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that shit is like just as important as like experiencing the outside world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, like you said, Dav is like a mini. I mean, like while it's like maybe physically not a vacation, like emotionally and mentally it is. You know?
I mean, it's the same thing as camping. Like even if it's not Dav, like when I went camping before,
Yeah.
it's just that where like you have no responsibilities.
Word.
And it's not like responsibility help you grow, but a lot of times it's your own chosen responsibility.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
do that, you know.
Word.
But no, I definitely agree. And like with
I'm just saying, like this camera is gonna be hilarious
I
because
know.
James is fucked.
I think his camera's.
You both
No.
look
It's
insane. He's falling asleep. Your shit's bloodshot. Just like
like
this shit is funny, bro.
Look into the camera.
That's hilarious.
But it's all right. We'll keep improving the quality.
We gotta improve the quality of our friends.
I apologize.
No, it's not just you. It's also him. Look at him. He's also leaning back.
I know.
He never talking to the mic and shit. He's like,
Look at him. Look at him.
both of you motherfuckers.
I'm a grandpa, all right? I'm a dad.
The one thing I was gonna say though, with vacation sometimes,
Yeah.
the thing that make me appreciate everyday life is that you have a time to kind of just like relax and disengage.
Yeah.
While a lot of times people on vacation is like, we gotta do this, that. It's why I like.
That's me sometimes though.
Well, yeah, but it's nicer when I feel like you get to live in different places at a time. And
Yeah.
then once you get accustomed to it, it's like, okay, I want to see like where something else is. You know.
I feel you.
Where do you want to go?
I want to go
quick.
to the Philippines, of course, to go back.
We were just
Mexico, mostly. Yeah,
Why
I know, but I was
Mexico?
gonna say.
I mean,
mostly
you weren't, but we were.
just the beaches.
You want to go to the beaches in Mexico?
Yeah,
What kind of beaches?
the warm ones.
Nakpan Beach.
Okay.
I
You
don't
wanna-
know.
You don't like
I
the
don't know.
beaches?
Dude,
I want to live like in Italy or
You
France
wait.
and stuff like
You
that.
you don't just want to go somewhere. You want.
he watched Master of None
wanna
once.
I want to live
Watch
for
his
like
ma-
months. at
I
a
want to
time.
live in the hills of Spain. And have
Watches
a
I
Master
do.
of None once. Now wants to make pasta in Italy. Have you seen Master of None?
No,
It's a great show, Aziz Ansari on
Okay.
Netflix.
Great.
It's actually really good. The
I
second
gotta check it
season,
out.
he moves to Italy for a while.
Damn,
It's a really
the
good.
second season.
But that's just.
What?
I
Yeah.
was gonna say that's the kind of freedom that would be nice to have, since. We
Till you
know
realize
other
you don't
parts
speak a
the
lick of
world.
Italian.
Huh?
Till you realize you don't speak a lick of Italian. And they're just like, what the fuck you saying to me?
He's gonna be like Peter from the Family Guy.
I'll be like, whoa, we speak English here too, buddy.
Yeah, right.
Just shut up. You sound stupid right now. Try
Pretty
to speak
much. I feel
Italian.
like everywhere.
That's just like Vivek in the Dominican Republic. He was wasted and we were at a bar on the beach and he was just like, waitress comes over. Excuse me, is the Cuba Libre on the happy hour menu? I'm like, you spoke English to her in the worst accent ever. And the funniest thing, what was her reaction? What did she say?
Yeah.
She goes,
In the most
Yes,
American accent possible.
it is.
Yeah, it's on the happy hour menu.
And then me, Zaddy, Megan, and fucking Daniel Landre were like, oh my God.
Well, we were already
This
like that by the
reminds me
time he
of
was done
you.
saying
Remember
it.
that
Yeah.
one time? One time we went to this ramen place, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
Hey, don't do this. Hey.
yeah, he's like, I didn't get to the person and asking like what. I think you asked.
No, I just said that, and she just stopped me immediately before I even finished it. She's like,
Yeah.
"No, I'm fucking Chinese and not
Yeah.
Japanese."
Oh my God.
You're like Origato. She's like, I'm Chinese. What do you want? We
Oh my fucking
got
God.
good sashimi.
Talk about a cringing moment.
My butthole just curled in within itself.
Is it? I mean, it's hard not to make that
Kyle's
mistake
like,
though.
is it?
Yo, remember what Zaddy said to Vinny? Are you also Chinese?
No,
Are
I was
you-
like, are you
I said,
Chinese? Are you Filipino
Cambodian?
too, or just Chinese?
I said, are you Cambodian? Or
No,
you
you
No,
didn't
you
say
said-
Cambodian.
Oh, no.
You said, "Are you Chinese or just Filipino?" And then he goes, "I'm Cambodian."
That's right. That's how it went down.
Got a
That's
bag
after
of
the man
shit.
feeds you.
Yeah, he fed you. He bought you McDonald's at 3 a.m.
I just wanted to know about his history.
I gotta know, man.
Oh, do they have McDonald's in
Yeah,
Cambodia?
I'm sure they
Do they serve rice at that McDonald's?
I'm sure they do.
But anyway, yeah. So Dav started it. We went to Dav. We had a blast. You came home and you started writing.
Yeah.
What did you write?
I wish that I was sober.
Ooh,
I wish I didn't need my fix.
what you
Don't
didn't
need
need?
I wish I didn't feel like this.
Like
Like
what?
what?
I can even feel my face.
My
Can't
what?
Wish that I was sober.
Damn, he really saying the whole shit. I
Yeah.
didn't think he was gonna do that.
I mean, we're doing-
Let's give you one of these.
Yeah.
A regular Jenga.
But yeah, and the
Dice.
thing is, I kind of went for that's my first rap verse
ever.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you did the interlude for
Oh,
No
that's
Dancing.
right.
Yeah.
And we did Fold Your Hands, Child.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Fold your
And
hands, child.
Spastic.
Do you remember your
Oh,
verse on Fold Your
yeah, I
Hands,
was about
Child?
to say, remember Spastic?
I think I remember mine.
Oh, what's yours?
Oh
You
shit!
remember mine?
Damn.
You don't have one. do
No,
you?
in Spastic he did.
Oh, it's Spastic.
Yeah.
You do have
Was this thing called the Spastic? It's a brand new dance trick. All the girls going, what the frick?
Fucking bars.
Paris Hilton was in our first.
I know it. What was my verse in fucking Fold Your Hand, Child? Hey, It's yellow. I am on the phone to say hello. You too uptight, get mellow. I am going to dance in the meadow. Don't you ever tell me to stop. I'ma go and break your laptop. Yeah, that means no Microsoft Word. In my PowerPoint, I did a gangster bird. What was yours again? I remember. Here's a shout out from Killer Kyle. I don't fold my hands in style. I've been dropping walls in a while.
When it's over, it's back in my. Now
Everybody do the lotion.
Your raps are dry.
You need some lotion.
If you ever been in jail, I bet you're dropping soap. At least got down with the. Oh.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, but that verse, like the sober verse, came out really good.
Those verses were all right.
There's nothing like the spastic.
Oh man.
Spastic.
And then I brought it up to you guys. So basically, I came up with the hook, kind of like the bridge hook, I guess.
Every time.
Yeah, which you guys did backups for.
He did most of it. I hear him the most.
Yeah, that's true. He sounded good in it.
You sounded good, man.
Yeah.
Sounded all right.
Yeah.
And then I brought it to you
okay.
guys, like you and Chemo have to be on this.
Yep.
And maybe Zany. No.
Who started writing
you.
the first verse after you, though?
That
Chemo,
was
right? That's why he
Chemo,
had the second. Yeah. He came in hard.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
What was this? And then once we got kind of that out of the way, the next song we did was DAVSZN, right?
Was it DAVSZN?
Was
or
it?
next times?
No next time.
Was it No Next Times?
Was
Because
No
I
Next
could have.
Time.
I wrote No Next Time.
No next time. No next time.
Yeah, you're right. I think it is DAVSZN.
I think it was
'cause we got
DAVSZN.
together.
Yeah, because we wrote
remember,
that together.
I don't remember.
Yeah. When we wrote the hook for DAVSZN, we did it from like 2 p.m. until 7 p.m. We were
Yeah.
like walking around in the studio, and when we got it down, the hook, we were like hugging and shit.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah!
It's like we were trying to. We were walking around going like, like
What are we?
moving
And we were
our
just like,
hands.
and we were like,
Yeah.
mad
And then we pass
lit.
each other
Yeah.
by because we were pacing around the
Yeah.
room and we're just like,
We're like, every
like-
time we're pushing down the waves, right? Yeah. And we're
Yeah.
just like, keep going. You know what I mean? It's like improv.
it's like we're trying to channel something.
Yeah,
right?
orange. You know what I mean? And then after that, it took us like 5 hours to write this hook. And then after that, Zanny shows up, Chemo shows up, and then we tell everybody, all right, this is what we're thinking. And then I'm trying to write a verse.
Yeah, we were
He's
writing
trying to
a
write a verse. James is trying to write a verse. And then like after 5 minutes, Chemo's on the phone with Kristen, his girl, right? And then like so we're thinking he's not even writing. 5 minutes later, he's like, I'm ready.
He gets off the phone. He's like, I'm ready.
Then James was like, what? I remember that was like,
Yeah,
because he was the one.
After
yeah.
he spat his verse though, that's when he was like, "You didn't just write that."
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't believe, he couldn't like accept it.
I was like, there was no time period between you getting off the phone and you writing that for you to have just written that right now.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Chemo
You
is
wrote that. You brought that out of your ass right now.
And then the fact that like what he said was crazy. Like I think that Chemo writing that verse, yeah, sober like was tight. But I think that was like the beginning.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was gonna. It felt real when Chemo wrote that verse.
Yeah.
And he was like, I might be gone for a minute, but just know I make it back.
You know why? It gave us chills because before he wrote it,
Yeah.
we were describing the theme, which
Yeah.
is about going to Dav,
Yeah.
getting fucked up,
Yeah.
but just still having a great time,
Yeah.
just camping.
Yeah.
But then, at the end of the day, you have to go back to your
Own lives,
Most of these people are not going to see for a while.
Yeah. Word.
So that was like the concept. So it's
Yeah.
about, coming to a place, like having fun. But then,
Knowing there's like a life,
yeah,
like a
everyone's
shelf
gonna
life.
ghost
Yeah.
each other anyways.
Yeah.
So when he spat that verse, that was like, all right, we have a concept.
Yeah, we have a
here.
concept
Yeah.
for the whole album. And I remember too, like I think that's also like a big part of like, especially with Zanny. Like we've been, I've always said throughout this whole thing, I feel like Zanny's been like the most improved player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he really like stepped the fuck up. You know what I mean? And I really think it was because Chemo wrote that verse.
Yeah.
And then he was like, there's no way you wrote that shit. And then that like lit a fire under his ass. You know what I mean? And I think in many ways it did it for all of us. Because
No, definitely.
it was like the pot calling the kettle black.
What?
What?
I don't think that applies here.
What was his quote? His secret quote from last night?
Oh my god! Let me read it verbatim.
Oh my god.
So, give you
Two
context. The artwork for this album, the theme is like yearbook, right? And we're working on the back cover, right? And what we're gonna do for the back cover is like our senior portraits that has senior quotes attached to it, right? I asked everybody for their senior quotes, and this is what I got from Zany DeVito. And this is in a group text with me, Dark Ruffalo, Chemo Slice, Eric E. Fry Photography. Like, all of us are in here. And I said, y'all, Cammy is working on the track listing going for a yearbook aesthetic. Can y'all send me what you want to be your senior quote? Zanny DeVito instantly, like no hesitation, sent something back. 2 birds are with a blunt in
What? Got a bag of shit.
And we were all like, what?
Well, then
They tried to explain it.
But when he said that, I was like in my room by myself, and I just like died laughing. And then all I could say was, do you want it to be that verbatim? And then his brother goes, what does that mean? And I was like, finally someone said it. But then he's like, oh, it's supposed to be 2 birds are worth a blunt in the hand. And we all were like, what the fuck does that mean? And he goes, it means what it means. So at that point, I was like, okay, let's move on. What does the holographic children want to be their senior quote? If you like water, then you already like 60% of me. At this point, I said Jesus Christ, and I just put laughing emojis, and I just stopped asking.
No one else got any?
I'm choosing between 3 of them right now.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't think you guys were gonna make this a joke. So I had like a serious one, which was my pops always said, "How you catch a fish with its mouth? Stop snitching on yourselves." That was gonna be my senior quote. But now that this is a fucking joke, there's 2 that I'm thinking between. Okay. One is by one of my favorite philosophers. Let's see if you could guess who this philosopher is. Glippin' mob. Broke little baby, get off your ass, get a job on the deadlocks. Tatted on my face, fuck a job. If I go broke, somebody getting robbed. Blueface. 2019 on the deadlocks. So it's either that or.
Was it Abraham Lincoln that said that?
Yeah, I would say it's Abraham Blueface skin.
Blueface skin.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Or another one that I was gonna do is 2 roads diverge in the wood, and I took the one to Flavortown. And that made all the difference.
That made all
I think that's my favorite one. That's my favorite one. Wow.
That's what I said. I like that one the best.
Okay, I might do that one. So anyway, where were we? DAVSZN. Yeah, so Chemo's verse really set the tone, and then from there it really took off. Then I wrote No Next Times. And I definitely wrote that with Cora in mind. So I think we have to give her a quick little shout out. Because it's not just us 3 and Chemo on this album. You know what I mean? Jay Harmony, of course he's on this album. We had a bunch of producers on this album. One specifically E-Dub from Richmond. So that was really great to have another Richmond person on there. But Cora, man, Swim Sis. I mean, I'm sorry. Swim Sis. Like,
swimsuit.
She really changed the dynamic, man.
She did.
And as much as
a whole new dynamic.
I hopefully one day we could really instill the confidence in her that she's the shit, because I still think in many ways she's still trying to find what she wants to be as an artist, whether that's an artist at all or, you know what I mean? But her fucking voice is so fucking incredible.
Yeah.
And like when I wrote No Next Times, I was like, man, hopefully we could find a female to sing this hook. And lo and behold, she had been following me on IG for a while, and we've been like trying to work with each other, and it just never worked out. But then this year, she was able to come out. She actually didn't even do that song first, right? The first thing she did was No Name. She came in and she wasn't even supposed to be on that song. She was just like, yo, can I just like fucking vocalize over this? And all she did was yeah, and it fucking made the song.
What was it like?
Like that shit was fire.
It's beautiful.
And then we were like, okay, we gotta fucking do something. We tried to write this other song for it, didn't work out, but it sounded great from her perspective.
Yeah, but there's another song we all wrote together.
But
with
then
her.
we wrote the best,
the better one. Yeah.
Honestly, though, like one of the most redeeming or satisfying things that we did in this album was writing that song for Cora.
Yeah.
That made it on the album. It's called Happy Hour. It's her and it has Chemo Slice on it. And it's just, man, like it was cool because like, I don't know, for me personally, I've just always been doing shit on my own for so long that I'm like very much so like almost to a fault, like take control of everything. That was like the first time where I was just like, I let the beat run, and then y'all two, Zaddy and Dark Ruffalo, really got the song off the ground. You know what I mean? Obviously, I came in later and added my touch to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was cool to see y'all really run that session with her. You know what I mean? And then I came in and added my touches and stuff. But it was just like, for the first time, it wasn't something that like I had to, in my, like, just from my perspective.
Yeah.
For the most part, like, not even in this album, I'm talking about just in general. I'm always the ones, like, when I was in punk bands and stuff, like, I was like, let's do this shit. You know what I mean? And I'm the one that's, like, bug people to do shit. This was, like, a time where, like, y'all did it. And then I came in later, which was, like, really cool for me creatively. You know what I mean? I forgot where I was going with this.
Cora's cool.
Yeah, she's the shit.
Mans is just over there like. Hey,
You
man,
feeling okay, man?
Should we cut for a bit? You want to do it?
what did you smoke,
okay?
man? Can I get some?
Oh, I'm just tired.
You tired?
I'm tired.
Damn.
I thought I was gonna hang, but man.
Yeah.
Should we cut for a bit or?
Hey, you want some water or something?
You want to have water?
Okay, cool.
Keep going.
All right. Well, that was happy hour.
Nap.
That was happy hour.
just
We're just so
listening.
soothing.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
soothing
we-
stuff.
Listen to
You
our
guys should,
soothing
listen to
This
voice.
is kind of like
Honestly.
ASMR when you think about it from his
Listen to our
perspective.
soothing voice.
It is.
Listen to my story.
Let it
But,
bring you into dreamland.
Yeah, so we're happy hour.
Yeah,
You guys
happy
should
hour.
listen to that.
Yeah, that one I'm
Listen
excited
to
for that the most.
Yeah.
Hour.
I mean,
Chemo's verse is so perfect for
Yeah.
it too. Yeah, I was worried that he wasn't gonna like rap on topic and just go like the Chemo
Chemo
slice
though
direction.
always it's in pocket. I feel like whatever.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think Chemo is like the Rock
Yeah.
of the group. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's steadying, and he also just like I don't know. I think out of everybody, he has like the most complete voice. You know what I mean? And I'm not just talking about like sonically. I think just like in terms of like artist development.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he seems to be like very sure of what he is as an artist. You know what I mean? And like I don't know, like it's one of those things where it's like it was cool how much friendly competition was generated through this process.
Yeah.
Like we all like nobody wanted to be the worst verse. You know what I mean? And that's why I think Zanny stepped his shit up all the way up. I stepped my shit up. You don't even rap.
Yeah.
And now you're like a very competent rapper. You know what I mean? You body us on a number of songs. You know what I mean? There's like a number of songs
And
you body us.
like being around you guys honestly helps. I feel like and it is that thing, that dynamic
Yeah.
that like without. I don't think I could have written any of these songs as well.
Yeah.
If you guys weren't there.
Word.
You know? Like.
I mean, in many ways, I think like this. There's no way any of us could have like written a full song in this album and then just have people do a verse on it.
Yeah.
It had to be collaborative, you know? Cause
Yeah, it's almost like when you jam, you have a jam session with
Yeah.
the right people.
yeah,
Where
Yeah.
like everyone, kind of tunes into everyone's chemistry.
yeah.
And because you see other people playing differently,
Word.
that makes you better all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh shit, this guy's doing this. I am going to try that.
For real. Like,
You know?
it's also like on top of that, like piggybacking off of that, it's really like difficult to have like a clear vision or theme for an entire project when you have this many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But we were all so aligned on what we wanted from this project that I think from front to back in the track listing, there's a pretty clear theme, and there's like
Yeah.
clear like not just like sonically, but like lyrically and tonally. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. I also feel like with an album like this with all these people, and part of that you'd think you'd kind of worry where someone is getting like left out.
yeah.
I feel like in this one, everyone has their own song.
Yeah.
And some
real.
songs where they step back.
Yeah, and-
and have other people be in front.
Like the biggest thing that I liked about like because like you ended up sequencing the album, right?
Yeah.
The thing that I liked the most about your sequencing is that there's like I feel like there's chapters of it where like
Yeah.
I really think first chapter is like chemo,
Yeah.
right? And that's like a really good way to like to like set the table because like again like out of like all of us he's like the artist that seems most developed but has the least amount of shit out. You know what I mean? So I think it was
Yeah.
important for us to showcase him because he's not fucking putting shit out that much. That's gonna change. Free games coming soon.
It is, it is.
But then after that, we like once you get past Brown Bitch, right? It's the holographic children
Yeah.
like chapter. You know what I mean? That's where you fucking come in and like you do fucking sober, you do fucking not enough.
Not enough.
You know what I mean? And then after that, I think like it's a little bit of me of like so the chorus song happens, so we get a little chorus halftime. Then after that, you get me with like options and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I also like fucking even though there's like a song in between, but like fucking like Bad Influence since I'm the first verse, you know what I mean? I think, and then after that you get, but then after like my chapter, you get the Zanny chapter.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then that's fucking No Name, you know what I mean? And like even that's our first single, and the first person you hear is Zanny, you know what I mean? So again, like if we're thinking like out of everybody, you only did one. Well, I guess you did 2 hooks because you did on Brown Bitch too, right? But you only did one prominent hook, right? But that's the main single. You know what I mean? So it's like even though I did like 3 hooks, I don't think any of those are gonna be a single. You know what I mean? Maybe DAVSZN will be a single. No Name is the lead single. You feel me? And then after that, I would even say Dead Phones, even though it's chemo. Intro, outro, I still think the shining part of that song is your verse. All this is Zanny just gonna be all this. Stay smoking on that motherfucking chronic. All this gonna be got me feeling so booked on phonics.
But honestly, out of like this album
Yeah.
is one of the most like my proudest album.
I think so too. Me
or
too.
Project that I've been a part of.
Word,
You know?
facts.
Even more than my solo stuff.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Because I do think, and I think this is like something we should touch on too, that like a lot of things in life are like so much more meaningful when you like do it as a community. You know what I mean? Or if like you do something in collaboration with, like the experience, the life experience is always more meaningful when there's like other people around you to share it with you. You know what I
Because
mean?
you have a story to tell then. I feel like now that I think about it, like the story of a lot of albums you come out with on your own.
Yeah.
A lot of the albums that come out on your own, most of the story is like you had a vision, which is amazing. You know, it's a great idea. But then you had to just grind that out for a while, trying to find it again and again.
Right.
While this one, it just kind of like all just kept happening and happening out of nowhere.
For real, man. Like even though like it actually did take a while to finish the album. It felt like it felt like it went by because like those were like the funnest sessions I've ever had.
Yeah, like the only reason why it took so long is because of scheduling issues.
Yeah, really, that's it.
But if we say like we had a month or 2 to ourselves with
No,
nothing to do,
yeah.
and it's just us,
Yeah.
like that would have been done maybe
Fast.
even in like 3 weeks.
Yeah. That's how 88 Rising did it. They just did it all in 1 month because they all cleared their schedule. I mean, that would be dope to do that one day. Yeah, man. But yeah, it was, dude. Like I'll tell you, like the funnest part of this whole album is not even like the release of it, not even the party that's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like the funnest part was like the Thursdays when we'd all be here.
Yeah.
And we all are like we go outside and we smoke first, and then we come up here, and then we're like listening to the beat for hours.
Sometimes we're too high.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then like you during the fucking Bad Influence. Do you remember that? That was a fucking funny ass recording
It's
session.
like, I don't want.
You're like, I forgot how my verse goes. He was like, because what was the line? The gotta do it for the fans. Do it for the fans. Like we heard you like trying to figure it out as you're trying to record it. You know what I mean? So yeah, those were like the funnest times, man. And then even when we'd also have Cora here, and then Caladesso would be here. You know what I mean? Like those were some fun ass times, man. And hopefully it like translates to. I personally think it translates to the sonics of the album.
Agreed.
Well, what I was gonna say, like based on after this album, right?
No.
I feel like this is when we became officially Wave Gang.
Yeah, I think so too.
And now we are even more developed than before.
Yeah.
That all of our solo projects now is still part of this cohesive whole.
Yeah.
That like we're not just like no, we still want everyone to have solo projects.
Yeah.
We're all amazing artists on
for
our
real.
own.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's not gonna be isolated anymore.
No, yeah. I think like we had like Avengers 1 just happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We've been building up With like, and now we're gonna have the backstory for Chemo.
Yeah, Chemo slices like a fucking Black Widow prequel type situation. You know what I
Right?
mean? Yeah.
The whole time it's been like this tactical.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, the only time we ever see him is in other people's movies and in fucking Avengers. And then now he's finally getting his solo movie, his standalone movie, Free Game. Comes out in a couple months, man.
Free game.
It's coming out soon. You know
Coming
what I
to
mean?
a platform near you.
You know what I mean? Because we had some clunkers. Like Danny DeVito's "Oh Wow" EP is probably like Edward Norton's Hulk. You know what I mean? But then Danny DeVito
Zanuation.
figured it out, and Zanuation is fucking Mark Ruffalo Hulk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like with me, right? Iron Man is the shit. And then with the hologram, I'm just kidding. No, I had some clunkers, man. I have albums where like I'm gonna fix those songs and put them out with my next
Well, a
album.
lot of times, because like for us, see the thing with us, right? Our strengths is we've been doing this,
Yeah.
just figuring it out on our
Yeah,
own. So we have a lot of like, because I go to every single of my project and I'm so proud of them because I think they're good.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of like your skill of executing things at the moment.
Yeah.
And I've noticed each time when we release something, each one keeps getting better.
Word.
Right?
Yeah.
I think what we were starting to kind of like have a hard time with is just like other people invigorating our art again, our creativity.
That's true. It really, that's true. I mean, like, that's a big reason why, too, like, I want to move back to LA is to, like, reinvigorate the artistic juices because it's, like, it was getting stagnant, you know what I mean? But, like you said, like, you know, you could only, again, like, it's so much more meaningful when other people are a part of it, you know what I mean? And, like, another thing, too, is that, like, when you figure things out on your own all the time, your knowledge and your skill is really self-contained, and there's not much more you could do to grow. I mean, you can, but at a very slow rate.
Yeah.
But even, like, us two mixing this album together, and, like, normally when we're mixing your album, like, you're leading the charge, I'm just helping to get that vision. Vice versa, when we were doing 2052, 5508, like, it was my vision, you were just helping me get there, you know what I mean? But, like, with Zanuation, I would just be helping Zanny get there, you know what I mean? But when we were doing this album, it's like, yo, this is our album. So, like, we went into the mixing process with, like, yo, this is what I do. And you're like, yo, this is what I do.
Yeah.
And we took techniques from each other, and now we have, like, new presets and new compression settings and all these things that, like, wouldn't have happened if it wasn't, like, this is our project and we need to, like, fight each other to get the best sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's times when... And like we're nice to each other, so it's not like we're fighting,
right?
But it is that
because it's like you have to like check your ego to the side and be like, I know this is what I know I want, but I also like have to recognize that it's like it might be not the best way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And getting out of my own way and getting out of your own way is like difficult sometimes when you're so used to doing things on your own all the time.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's like a learning experience for everyone.
That's what y'all motherfuckers didn't see. After we finished recording and you and Chemo stopped coming around, well, we would be here for hours, just like, okay, if you think this is the best thing, fine, we'll do it, fine. Let's try it out, let's listen to it. Okay. And then we'll be like, yeah, that's really good. You know what I mean? And like,
That sounds good.
It was like hours of us just like passive aggressively fighting each other. And then we're like, but then when you bounce test it, you're like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, that's like a fucking, you can't really replicate that like emotional roller coaster where you're like, I hate making music with everybody else. And you're like, thank God I'm doing this with y'all. You know what I mean?
When they were here for the recording, they were playing like Uncharted. Or
You know what I mean?
When we were doing the mixing, we were playing Dark Souls.
We are
you know?
real, yeah, man. We're like fucking grinding out these boss fights, man. But yeah, man. And then after that, what was the very last song we did?
Yeah, what was the God? Oh, Options.
Options. That's the one with E-Dub from Richmond. The crazy thing about that too is like I think 2 years ago, E-Dub was like, I quit. I don't want to fucking make beats no more. I'm selling all my beats exclusive for Name Your Price. So I went into the shop and I was like, damn, there's one that I could use here, motherfucker. So I hit him. I was like, bro, what you moving this for? And he's like, name your price. Fuck it. What's your budget? And I gave him my budget. He was like, done. told me the exclusive just like that. And then I just like never did anything with it. And then we were like, damn, we probably need one more song on the album. And then I was like clicking through my files. I was like, yo, I forgot I had this beat. Played it, and then Chemo, Zanny, we were like, this is it. You know what I mean?
This is the last one.
And that was the last song. It was pretty cool. And then Zanny had the best ad-lib in it.
Which one?
Ooh.
Oh, that one.
My favorite song
Maybe
still
we
is so
got
far
options.
Tropicana.
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 We-
We didn't even talk about this.
Tropicana. Kana. Baby girl.
Mama wanna-
Yo, you want to? Can I tell you the truth? At first, Chemo thought that verse was so trash. The Tropicana verse. And- no, for real. And then after that, like we went, and I was like, so we went into his room and we were slapping the song because I was gonna be like, okay, let me listen to this without like my fucking bias, and let me see if Chemo's right, because a lot of the times Chemo's right when it comes to like aesthetics. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, if he's saying this, I should probably listen to him. Let's see where this is coming from. Maybe there's some truth to this, right? So we're listening to it, and then we're trying to pick apart everything you say, right? So like, ooh, Tropicana, baby girl, wanna drink some mama wanna. And Kimo was like, what the fuck is that? And I told him what it was. He was like, oh, that's cool. Smoking on that marijuana, high as fuck, know just what mama wanna. And then Kimo was like, see, that's a bar. Like, I remember he was like, hold on. And then he starts dying laughing. He's like, hold on, that's a bar. And then after that, I just want to go all night to another party and drink it to the flight. She said, let's do this until my red eye. Go out, we ride, and we smoke another line. Drink the bar dry. I can't let the night die. I just want to know and see how you ride. Before I head home, hit the... So then Kimo was like, you know what? And then Kimo was just telling me, like, the thing with Zanny is he's not going to give you all of this crazy wordplay. He's not going to do all these fucking, like, really complex similes. He's just going to punchline you to death. You know what I mean? And that's, like, some of my favorite rappers are like that. Gucci Mane, Waka Flocka, The Jacka. You know what I mean? Andre Nicotina. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes simplicity is what you need. You know what I'm saying? And then Kimo goes, you know what? This verse is hard as fuck. So that's like, it was cool because, again, like it started to click with everybody what you're trying to do artistically. And yeah, man, we should give the backstory on Tropicana for real though, huh?
Give it.
Yeah, I think you should
Throw it
do
out there.
Yeah.
Let the world know the shit that happened.
No, we're not gonna get into the specifics, but y'all know,
Specificize.
man, like for a long time,
There was another
there
man.
was like the main person that was working on my projects with me was Wolfie. You know what I mean? He is so fucking incredibly talented. He doesn't even, much like the Holographic Children, he's not a rapper. You know what I mean? We were in like folk bands together and stuff like that. But he's just like so like artistically sharp that he picked it up. Like he many times on a lot of my albums would have a better verse than me. You know what I mean? Like he was just smooth like that. He was just like, he's one of those people that's good at whatever he wants to be good at. You know what I mean? Producing. He is like a better producer than me. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like Drunk Dial 2, as proud as I am of that song, he produced most of that. Like I can't take that much credit for it. You know what I mean? Like Say You Wavy, I produced most of that, but like he added the things on those that made it special. You know what I mean? So for a long time, he was like the guy that was like my co-producer on everything. You know what I mean? But you know, shit happens. People fall out. People are in like different time zones. It is what it is, right? So that happened. We have briefly like brought back everybody back together, trying to work everything out. And during that interim period, we were like, yo, it's time for the Wolfie album, Sex Tape, because we had put out the Foreplay EP fucking 4 years ago at this point. And that one of the songs on the Foreplay EP, Hose at the Disco, has the most plays out of any of our songs.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That one has like 40,000 plays right now on Spotify by itself.
Yep.
And that song has like hella Shazams. Like people hear that shit and they're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's so ridiculous, but it's hard.
Yeah.
Like both of our verses on that is so crazy. And that was all his idea. Like it's Vex ideas. You know what I mean? So we're like, finally, like now that, you know, you're done with rehab, blah, 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 let's do Sex Tape. And we were like you worked on it a lot as well, and you also worked on it from time on writing a little bit too.
I was
right?
there when Tropicana was
well, yeah,
first written. I
yeah.
was helping them out.
Originally,
Yeah.
you were on fucking 91 Owl, right? Remember that song? The fucking like the 91. Lil Tecca fucking stole that fucking beat from us though.
Yep. Fuck
We had the
Lil Tecca.
exclusive on that beat, and Lil Tecca took
Fuck
it.
Lil Tecca.
Wait, don't say that. He got guns, bro.
Ooh, he fake. He already said that.
Oh, he did say that on Genius. We
He
got
said,
guns.
I don't
bro.
rap about shit that I do.
Yeah, and we do got guns
He's
too.
like, remember my girl? He's like, my girlfriend would hate this if she heard that shit.
Oh, he did say that. Actually, you're right, man. Fuck that.
He's a punk, bro.
We should take that beat back then.
Yeah, let's go punk him for that beat.
Oh man, I'm too scared. But so we made a lot of progress on that album. You also wrote a lot on "Living a Lie," right? So we three worked on that album a lot, and we probably got 8 songs in. Right? We got deep, man.
Where's Wolfie?
Where's Wolfie? That song was gonna be
That
fire.
was a sick song.
Oh
That
my
was like-
God.
that album's Brown Bitch. you
I
know?
know it really
Yeah.
was. And I've been rubbing on my weenie like a genie in the lamp. But anyway, so we say all this to say Tropicana was supposed to be on Sex Tape. I wrote the hook, and it was always me singing the hook. Even on Sex Tape, it was gonna be me singing. I got the juice, Tropicana, I feel with you, little mama. I got that boo boo la cabana. You know what I mean? But Wolfie, I'm not gonna lie, man. As much as I love you and Chemo's verses on Tropicana, me and Holographic Children don't got verses on that, which is fine. Y'all need to rock, right? There's some songs where y'all not in it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I will say Wolfie's verse is probably the hardest verse.
Do it real quick.
Wolfie, wavy, baby, never vote with you guys. I gotta win, I always win. I got the W sign, 10 toes down, got the gator design. Then I take the whole wide to the guy in Dubai, like, ooh. That's me overhead. Look, something like that, right? Moving so fast like it's musical chairs, and I get so high just to come down the stairs, and I'll be damned if I make a change that if I won't. I get lost in the sauce, I might buy me a boat. That shit is hard as fuck.
I get lost in the sauce. I'ma buy me a boat.
Hit the plug re-up just to keep me afloat.
Keep in the flow.
And I call that bitch back, but I bet that she won't.
She won't.
She won't.
She won't.
She definitely won't.
Definitely not.
You know what I mean? Like, that
Definitely
shit
not.
was hard, bruh.
Yeah.
So it's like, but again, like, sometimes you find out that motherfuckers is not supposed to fuck with each other. I saw a great Tupac quote that really sums this up, right? Just because you lost me as a friend doesn't mean you gained me as an enemy. I want to see you eat, just not on my table. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
And I
to
think
his
that's just
mother.
what it is. I literally have no ill wills towards Wolfie. I'm very thankful for the partnership. And like, man was like, literally, I saw like kicked it with him every day for like 3 years. You know what I mean? But just like our lives are moving in different directions. You know what I mean? And that's all good.
Isn't that kind of sad?
Yeah, it's sad. Hold on, you're
That
back.
kind of sad.
It is sad.
I just
back,
want to
he's
wake
like,
up
"Isn't
for
that
this
sad?"
because I feel it's a touching moment.
It is. It is.
When you just transition and you just change of different friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And you move on and then
Yeah.
you're just like, fuck, I don't hang around with this person anymore.
yeah,
And the thing is, you know each other so well too.
yeah,
I
yeah.
have
No.
plenty of friends like that.
Yeah.
But you know, I think that in many ways that's like the theme of Dav, though,
Yeah.
right? Like the song itself, Dav Season, is really about that, where it's just like just because you're here now doesn't mean you'll be here later, and that's okay. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be either or, and it doesn't have to be like if you're not here, fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can't be like that.
You know?
Yeah.
But there's always gonna be like a tinge of nostalgia that comes with it, because it's like obviously we would rather we all just always be good and always be happy. You know what I mean? But that's just not the reality in the
Yeah.
world. You know?
But it is crazy too, though, because like we've all known so many people throughout our
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah.
You know, and it is that thing where there are so many people that I think you get pulled in different directions.
Yeah,
you
man.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So do you think 10 years from now you're going to be pulling away? And
I don't think so. 'Cause
I-
these
yeah.
people, like you guys have been the longest people I've known.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
known you since high school. Known you since the theater, and I've known you since I was 11. Like,
Yeah.
At least with us, we've known each other like longer than 10 years.
Yeah.
And same with you.
Yeah. You know,
know,
that's the thing too. Like I always say that like James is the most loyal friend I have. We literally don't have there's a lot of things we don't agree on. There's a lot of things that we don't like, even like in terms of just like morals don't agree on, but there's more that we do agree on, and we don't like hold our differences against each other. And despite all the little things that could happen between us, like, I know I could trust motherfucker for anything. You feel me?
You know why?
Why?
Because you guys won the 2012 election.
What? Oh. Oh,
You
yeah.
got Obama and Biden right there.
I was like, what did we run for? But I was
Ran for the presidency, motherfucker.
yeah, man. And like with you, like, dog, we've been knowing each other since
We've been making music for the longest
bruh,
time
like
together, yeah.
for real. You know what I mean? Like you
And your family.
yeah.
Yeah, we're family. So.
Yeah, but I also have family that I'd fucking slit their throat if I seen them right now. You know what I mean? Yeah, like there's just like, you know what I mean? And then like yeah, and then like we don't know each other for that long. But like
Sleepyhead over here.
but I fuck with you. You know what I mean? But yeah, dude, I think that like in 10 years, I think y'all will still be around because like I don't have to change myself around y'all. You know what I mean? And that's how it was with a lot. That's the thing that like gets people like far away from me is when I do have to like mince myself around them or like change who I am around them or they change themselves around me. You know what I mean? And it's just not a genuine connection. And like for the longest time I was so focused on keeping everybody around, but I was getting pulled, like you said, in so many different directions that I was just like, yo, this shit's not sustainable. And it's just like if I'm going to be true to myself, I'm only going to surround myself with the people that I can be true around. Do you feel me?
I just feel like for me, when it comes to people and friends, right? I do agree. Like, if I have to, like, filter myself through people, it sucks.
Yeah.
But there are also people that, like, I've fought with, you know, in our friend group. Like, we fought.
Yeah.
Like, we fought. And we physically fought. No,
Me and you haven't fought, baby.
yeah.
Bag of shit.
Me and you haven't fought, baby, is the funniest.
We don't fight, beautiful. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. No, we haven't fought at all. But I'm just saying, like,
Just passive aggressively through group texts about flyers.
yeah.
That's all
Wait,
Is that a fight?
business.
Like,
that
I
was a
didn't think
business
I was-
conversation.
I'm a third party reading it. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is spicy.
Really? Like, I didn't feel like
that
it
was a business conversation.
It was.
Yeah,
We were just being professional adults, and sometimes adults need to just be.
Y'all motherfuckers was spicy as
Dude,
fucking there.
I
Chemo
work for-
Chemo was like, what's
Bruh.
going on? Like I was at my mom's house. Chemo yells from his room, what the fuck's going on? I was like, bro, this is spicy right now.
Really?
I work for a Chinese company, and they're the most upfront people that I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
They'll tell you straight up. My CEO was just like, he came to the office and was just like, we run as a group 3 times a week. I think y'all should do some shit like that. And then stares us all dead in the eyes like, I think you guys are a little overweight.
Oh my god.
No, didn't even blink.
I like how he leads in, soft sells it, and then just like, okay, honestly, I'm worried about your health.
You know, your response would be like, yeah, but you eat bats.
I didn't know how to respond. I was just like, oh, word. And I kept eating my lunch.
What was your lunch, a burger?
No, I think it was chicken tikka masala that day.
Damn, that sounds so far right now.
I gotta say though, with all the people that stayed in my life,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like are always people. Like I said, like either like I know their flaws and I
Yeah.
accept it,
Yeah.
but at the same
Like
time,
James.
but that's not enough. I also have to like respect them or admire certain qualities about them.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big thing too. Like, I think like, especially the people that I consider like my inner circle, I definitely hold y'all to like a very high regard in terms of respect. And I think that's why sometimes I'm like so critical of y'all because it's like I fucking hold y'all to such a high regard that I'm like,
Yeah.
Quit putting me on a pedestal, Kevin.
hey, bro, I don't know what to do with the pussy, man. You know, you say not enough, and I think we'd be remiss to not talk about not enough.
Not
man.
enough.
Yeah, man. Because again, like we all have our like, moments on the album,
Yeah.
and not enough out of any song is definitely like the holographic children
It is
song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to talk about it?
Well, I mean,
How did it make you
it's.
feel?
I mean,
I mean, that's a valid question.
Yeah,
because
it
it's
is, it
very
is.
like
I
important
gotta say,
thematic.
Emotional man.
for the most part, like I put a lot of my heart into that song.
Yeah.
You know, as far as the
Like
content.
if you had to
the
throw a
subject matter.
percentage out of what you put your heart, of how much heart you put into it,
Oh,
what would
all
you
of
say?
it.
All of it.
All of it.
100.
It's not even enough.
Wow, yeah, that's what.
Ooh, he marked that. He said it's not even enough. Not enough. He's a rapper. But go ahead. Yeah, I'd
It's
love to
almost-
hear
it's
that.
almost like it was born to
all
do
I gotta
this,
say
people.
is that song matters to me a lot in a different way because it's about someone I love who passed away.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's why it's not enough.
Yeah.
Like it's not enough for me.
Even
like, I
though
need
our
more
time is not enough, even though the lows outweigh the highs. Hell yeah.
So it's definitely a lot of like the past,
Yeah.
like, let's see, 8 years now.
Yeah.
That's like condensing that song.
Word.
And then after a while, cause like it's an amazing beat. You know,
Yeah.
it's like Childish Gambino.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. But and it was good. It was like it was you and I.
Yeah.
At first.
Yeah.
We were gonna get Cora in it, but
Yeah.
schedule conflicts,
Yeah.
happened.
Yep.
But when we split some of the workload for the
Yeah.
mixing.
Which was the most like fun part, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in a way, it gave you a lot more time to work
Yeah.
and add certain things
On
And
options, yeah.
It definitely did that for me for not enough.
Yeah.
It's like we agreed there's gonna be
Bruh.
a guitar there, so I play guitar.
Yeah.
But then when I added those
Yo,
vocal harmonies,
I'm not gonna lie. Before all that, like I was like, dude, like thematically, the song needs to be on the album because I know what it's about
Yeah.
from your perspective, and it's like we have to keep this on the album. But I was like, it's kind of like lacking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
And then when like I came back a week later and you played it for me, and it had not only the guitar solo that we talked about, but then all the backing vocals you added, I was like, yo, this changes everything.
Yeah, it just made it fuller.
Yeah, man.
Much more like thematic, and then
And also like emotionally it sounded there because of the backing
Yeah.
vocals. The you decide and it's like that shit is like fuck. You know what I mean? It sounds
Yeah.
like a fucking like cry. You know what I mean? It's so like it really came together, man.
there's definitely a lot of emotion in that one.
Yeah.
I'd say,
Yeah.
and just a lot of. I don't know. It's one of those things where just the simple touches.
Yeah.
They're just simple.
Yeah.
Harmonies. Honestly, it's a
Yeah.
simple song.
Weird.
But I don't know. All those parts in it just make it feel like almost like a chant song sometimes.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I think like emotion. It's the most like earnest song
Yeah.
emotionally on the album, and I think it's really important that it's there
Yeah.
and where it is in the track listing too, where it's just like it's the first 4 songs happen, right? Then Sober happens, and then that song happens like smack dab in the middle, and it's like, yo, by the way, we're not just like having these like, like I'm not gonna say like lighthearted, but like lighthearted themes. We're gonna fucking get to it emotionally. And then we do a little aftercare because the chorus song's right after that. We're like,
Yeah.
you done crying? Let's have a really like great female voice get you
Yeah.
back up, get your spirits back up. You know what I mean?
I gotta say, like the sequencing part of it, because of how it is,
Yeah.
like I think it is awesome to think about it in parts.
Yeah.
Or like that part to
Chapters,
me
yeah.
feels like it is like an ending of something.
Yeah.
And then it goes to
A new, right. I
a new
agree.
chapter.
Yeah. But yeah, man, like, we're not going to say their name out on here, but we should definitely drink for the person the song was written about. Damn, 8 years already?
8 years.
That's
man.
fucking insane, bro. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Love you, miss you.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Rest in peace.
Anyways.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I'm excited for y'all to hear this album.
Yeah. And
Y'all
see you
gonna love
guys at
it.
the party.
See you at the party, right?
Yeah.
We will see you at the party.
There's also specific places where you could find us at the party.
At the party.
So, the holographic children and
Will
our
be.
little sis Alexis.
Will be.
Well, we got to come up with a wave gang name for her.
Yeah.
We
Alexis.
will.
Alexa.
She's like Alexis. She's Asian, so like Lucy Lube.
Lucy Lexus.
No, Alexis Texas. That's one of my favorite porn stars.
Alexis.
Oh, God.
You guys know who Alexis Texas is?
Yes.
She's like the thickest white girl ever. I'm like, oh god. It's like her and Allison Tyler. I like Pogs, bro. Also Melanie Hicks. Y'all know Melanie Hicks?
I haven't heard the name.
Oh god. She reminds me so much of the one girl. Okay, that's a lie. The girl that I was most recently in love with.
So where are they going to be at the
Anyway, holographic children and Alexis is gonna be at the bar.
Bar.
Y'all be whipping
I'm
the
getting
drinks.
drinks.
AKA, they're just gonna stand at the table where the fucking bottles are and pour your own fucking shots. It's free, you fucking losers.
That will be Well, you'll find the details once you get there. We want
Okay.
to keep it a
All right.
mystery.
Then you're gonna see E-Fry Photography not only manning his booth because he's gonna have art there that y'all should really buy from him, but he's also gonna be taking photos throughout the whole thing. So if you want some professional photos while you out there, E's the man. He's so good with that fucking camera. E to cameras is like me to rapping. E to cameras is like me to singing. E to cameras is like me to sex. E to camera is like James to hamburgers. E to cameras is like Estevan
not wrong.
to
I
naps.
fucking love
E
I fucking love hamburger. You know what's really pissing me off? Is how long the lines are at Shake Shack.
Oh
I
wait,
have not been able
wait,
to get
wait,
in
wait,
yet.
It's open now
It's been open
in Soma,
for the past 2 weeks.
or is it in Fidei? Which street's that open? It is
I
on.
thought it was near the marina.
There's a marina.
Yeah, I thought it was over there.
Oh shit, that means it's close to my office because I'm in Jackson Square.
Google it. You'll find it.
Oh my god, we
But
should
the
go,
line, we should wait for like another month.
or
One,
we
they're probably not
get
making it right yet.
or we-
2, the line's out the door. Now.
or we do an 11 a.m. lunch.
Say less. 11 a.m. lunch.
I'm so excited.
Shake Shack.
I'm literally only gonna go to the office next week just so we can go to
Milkshake.
Shake Shack. I was planning to work from home every day next week, but I'm gonna go in one day to go to Shake Shack with you.
Shake Shack.
So,
What do you think's better, Shake Shack or In-N-Out?
I haven't tried it yet.
what? I can't hear you.
Oh, what do you think's better, Shake Shack or In-N-Out Burger?
Dude, I actually think that those
In-N-Out?
aren't. To me, it's not an accurate comparison. Like I would
That's what I
compare.
heard.
In-N-Out's
That's what
better.
I would.
I've never had Shake Shack.
I think Shake Shack is more comparable to like Five Guys, whereas In-N-Out would compare better to like Whataburger, right?
No, that's an insult to In-N-Out.
You think so?
Whataburger is
Whataburger.
Whataburger is like closer to Wendy's. I feel like.
You think so?
Ew.
Wow.
Hold on,
get the fuck up
none of
outta
this
here.
Wendy's slander.
Fuck up out of here.
Fuck Wendy's.
Wendy's has one of the best chicken.
Do you even
sandwiches
like
in
Chicken
the
hamburgers?
sandwiches, Wendy's good.
They have one of the
I
best
like
chicken
hamburgers.
sandwiches.
Do you
in all
like
the land
hamburgers,
and-
Mr. fucking
land
Hot
and fill the
Yoga?
land.
I don't like McDonald's.
Get all the way. There's a
Why
room
is this
full of
guy on the
Filipinos here. I'm just kidding, man. You can like what you like, weirdo.
You're not allowed to like things.
No. It's so like. Do you like Shake Shack versus, or you've never
I've
had
never
Shake Shack?
had Shake Shack.
Well,
He's
there's.
just
It's an
chiming
East
in.
Coast thing.
It is. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
from New York,
New York.
I think.
Anyway, so yeah, Eric will be taking
I heard
photos.
they have good pizza.
New York.
New York.
Yeah. They do.
No, Shake Shack.
Why did I think it could have possibly been Shake Shack?
Oh, could you imagine a burger
A burger pizza
with
from Shake Shack.
pizza?
Wait, can I
bun?
tell you a fucking Shake Shack story?
What?
Sure.
So when I came back from the Philippines,
me something.
I spent a full day in New York. I worked in our New York office, right? And then afterwards, I went back to JFK, right, to fly back to San Francisco. I was in JFK. I got to JFK like I overestimated traffic because New York is insane, right? I was like, damn, I gotta leave. I get to JFK 3 hours before my flight, right? So I get through security. Everything happens. So I'm in, and I'm like, okay. I have another 2 hours and 50 minutes to get to till my flight starts. So I'm like fucking like working on some of the. I actually mixed happy hour at JFK, the pre-mixing part, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna eat. There's a Shake Shack, right? So I order Shake Shack, and I'm standing waiting, right? There's this fucking dude losing his mind, just yelling at the fucking people, right? Where the fuck is my fucking food? And they're like, you ordered a lot of weird things on your burger, just wait. And he's standing there. Then my food comes up, right? But I'm kind of far away from the counter, right? As I'm walking up to the counter, homeboy walks up to the counter, and now he's putting his hands all in my burger, like looking. He's like, "This is not what I ordered. This is not what I ordered." And I walked up to him I was like, "Cause it's my burger, you fucking bitch. You just put your hand all over my food." And then after that, he's like, I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it." And I was like, "You fucking touched my food. They need to now make me another one." And then they're like, "We'll make you another one. Sorry about that, sir." And he's like, No, this is not your food. This is what I ordered. I didn't. And he just kept getting in my face. And I had been traveling because, like, I went from the Philippines and I spent a day in fucking Guangzhou. No, Wuhan was when I was going to the Philippines. So I spent the day in Guangzhou, right? So,
Wuhan.
and then after Guangzhou, I spent a day in New York. So I'm like fucking exhausted. You know what I mean? And this dude is literally like in my face, and he says something, and it like kind of felt like spit. So I fucking slapped the shit out of him. And you could, I mean, it's not like he was it's not like, it doesn't make me look like a tough guy at all, because he was like some fucking like scientist looking guy. You know what I mean? So I smacked the shit out of him, blah, knocked his glasses off, right? And he was just like, call the cops. I'm assaulted. Call the cops. Call the cops. And I was like, call the fucking cops then. And then the Shake Shack girls, who are all so ghetto, they're like, oh no, we ain't calling nobody. And then he was just like, this is bullshit. Then he like fucking picked his glasses up and just like left. And then everybody there was like clapping. And I was just like, what the fuck is happening? They're like, you understand, he's been here for like 30 minutes calling us fucking like racial slurs and all this stuff. So I was just like, oh damn.
Sometimes it's so
You're the hero.
satisfying.
Yeah, man. I slapped the
do
shit
that
out of
to
it.
people,
No, but then like
you
there
know?
was, but then after the
Did
adrenaline.
you get a free burger?
No. I mean, like they made another one because he fucking put his hands all over my
Yeah,
food.
fucking prick.
Yeah.
You're the hero.
But then, like, after the adrenaline went away and I was, like, eating food, like, there was just, like, a group of police officers with, like, a dog, because, like, it's an airport, right? That just walked by, and I was just like, fuck, dude. Like, the realization of, like, the potential consequences, like, rushed over him. Like, fuck, bro.
You could have went to jail.
Bro, and I'm like, I just got off probation last year. You know what I mean? Like, all those
Even
things.
though it wasn't really your fault, it was the other guy's fault for being a
Right,
dick.
but then it's like a white dude. You know what I mean? Like, there's many ways that this could go wrong. You know what I mean? And it's like, I really didn't have to do that. And like, me as a more mature person will eventually not do that. You know what I mean? And as satisfying as it was initially, and like getting the confirmation from everybody that saw it was great. Like, at the end of the day, it was a dumbass thing to do. And I could have gotten like fucked for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, just, it was a funny story though. So that's my Shake Shack story.
Yeah, I mean, there's
It's the people won that story.
There's people in this world that need to get their ass whooped so that they'll change, you know? 'Cause
Word.
that's, to me, if you're just being an asshole, especially to people making your food,
Yeah, man.
like, come on.
I've learned you can't beat
We
the
got
stupid.
left.
You can't beat the stupid out of somebody.
That's
You can only
facts.
beat it
That's
into
true,
'em.
though. That's true.
How many
though.
You can't beat the
But it's
stupid out of you. Only
satisfying
beat it into
nonetheless.
them.
How many
It's
times did you have to
satisfying.
beat up Buddy?
Too many times until,
like
until
you
I learned.
keep-
My dad was like, that's what my dad finally told
Yeah.
me. He's like, son, you can't
I like Burger
beat the
King.
stupid out of somebody. You
I
only beat
witnessed
into 'em.
this man beat up this guy 4 days in a row.
is this?
In high school, there's a guy Buddy that was
name's
like trying.
Buddy.
Remember that? He was-
Wait, I know, buddy.
Yeah.
Tall ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember
okay,
that?
I see.
He beat him up 4 days in a row, and for those days, I was like standing watch, and I was just like, why does he keep coming to the? I was like, yo, none of the fights have even been close. You know what I mean? Like,
Just
I
kept
was
coming back.
I
He
was like,
wanted
yo,
more.
if it was like a scrap and we struggled and like I ended up losing, I'll come back the next day because I know, like, yo, but like. He was getting pummeled 4 days in a row,
Yeah.
and then I feel like at the last day, I feel like you started to feel bad. You know what I mean?
No,
I didn't feel
I
bad.
mean,
I just hit him. I just hit him less.
I gotta say,
I didn't feel bad. I was just like, I'm tired of hitting you.
he's just adjusting based on the last fight. He's like, you know, I don't have to put this much effort. Like,
No, I really don't. I can hit you 3 times, and it's just
Bro.
not just as much effect as 5.
Dog, one of the last things I did at that high school, because I didn't go to Cal for very long. You know what I mean, I went to 4 different high schools my whole life. But like one of the last weeks I had there was the week James just beat the shit out of this dude 4 days in a row. And then afterwards, I'm always like, after like, because it was like the third time it happened in the bathroom, right by the quad. And I was just like, afterwards, I was just like,
No, that was Leroy.
that was Leroy.
That for
Oh, that was the dude when you
time,
broke his
that
arm.
was Leroy. No, I didn't. That wasn't that guy. That was Leroy. When it was me, you, and Kyle, we were out doing video production.
No, I remember this was during lunch though.
Okay, it was a different type
It
of
might-
video
it might have-
production. Leroy tried to fight me, and you guys were like, "Oh, he must be friends with him." And then we pushed each other, and then the whole football team showed up out of nowhere to
I do.
to
Okay,
stop the fight.
I do remember that. I do remember that.
We're like,
but
we can't let our star football player fucking fight this guy.
I do remember that.
Rape me in the bathroom.
Jesus Christ. But it might have not been the bathroom in the quad, but I remember it was like in a closed area where what was like one of the last times you fought Buddy. And then afterwards, after it was done and you were like walking away, I was just like, you gotta stop. I was like, you gotta stop this, man. Like, you're not even coming close. Like, my man is running through you.
You should just go home and just
I was like,
stop
just
this.
stop, bro. And I was like, yo, she doesn't even want you like that. Why are you fighting for this? I was like, what the fuck is happening here? But you can't beat the
female.
Of course, it's so dumb
always
shit
for
like that
love.
always happens. It
Always
starts
for
with a
love.
female,
It always starts with the
turns into something else. You know what I mean?
females.
So,
Yeah.
so that was one of my last memories of going to that school. Was my best friend beating the shit out this dude 4 days in a row. I'm like, thank God this motherfucker on my side.
The ladies.
Good times.
You want to live with
We
them,
also got
but they
jumped,
don't want
though.
to live with you.
We got jumped together.
We also got jumped in
We got saved by our skinhead friend too.
But he's not a bad skin friend.
No, he's a good
Skinhead
skinhead.
friend.
Yeah.
He's a good skinhead friend.
Wherever you are, Dalton Sanchez, I appreciate you, bro.
Dalton.
You also fucking ruined Andrew's pillow one night. We were having a party at my. I don't think you were there. I threw one of my room parties.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day in San Jose, where like we
Yeah.
would just drink in my tiny ass apartment, my fucking Section 8 apartment room, where me and Chemo shared that room, and my dad would fucking put a handle of rum in a backpack with a rope, and we would like bring it up to the window to our apartment so that my mom didn't know we was drinking in there. There was one night, I know you was there, I know Trevor was there, Rodney was there, and then after that, Adam was there, and then Victor and Andrew and Dalton also came. You actually might have been there, I
I think I was there.
because I remember
Yeah.
fucking like Andrew got so
Andrew-
drunk that he was like pushing somebody.
No, he I was like throwing
Oh,
the
yeah,
beach
to
ball at
you.
him, and it's like, do that again, see what happens.
And then you did it again. And then after that, he pushed you. And then after that, he laid down. And we're like, yo, what
Yeah,
happened?
we like pushed each other.
Yeah.
And he fell on the bed.
And he just lied there.
Yeah.
And then we were like, yo, what happened? He's like, we got into a fight. What? Remember that?
And then it passed out.
He passed
so
out.
We drew a bunch of
Dicks on his face. And then, like, the next day at McDonald's, he went to order some food with all the dicks on his
No,
face.
the worst part is like we drew a bunch of dicks on his face,
Uh-huh.
put a bunch of lotion on his face, and we all one by one took
Took
pictures
pictures
with
of
it.
it. Such fucking, we're terrible people, man. But then,
worst,
before he fully passes out, though, remember, he has a pillow he's lying on. And he gets up and he goes to the bathroom. And while he's in the bathroom, Dalton Sanchez, our skinhead friend that saved me and Zanny, when we were, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I've lost fights in my life. I've also won fights, but the most scared I was, other than the time I got stabbed, was when me and Zanny was getting stomped out by like 12 people. And we tried to we took a couple fools down, but it was 12 people. We were getting stomped the fuck out. And I remember I was like in fetal position. And then after that, I looked across, and me and James made eye contact, and we were just like, "We dying like warriors." You know what I mean?
This
We're
is
like,
it.
"Yo,
We
at
did-
least we
we
went
go
out.
down.
We went out fighting.
day.
We went out fighting. We want to sell drugs, huh? This is what happens. This is what happens." And then all of a sudden, as I'm having that thought, I just hear dink, 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 and then they start scattering, and then I hear. I'm like, "What the fuck's going on?" Then I look up. Somehow, Dalton.
Sunlight right behind him like a goddamn
So, and he
angel.
I was like, "Oh my god, I love you."
Like a
He
skinhead
jumps
angel.
out of his friend's car because he's with like some other people with a fucking baseball bat, and he's clunking these motherfuckers in the head with this metal baseball bat, and he chases all of them away. And then he's like, "Are you guys okay? What the fuck happened?" And we're like, "Oh my god, thank you, bro." We were getting stomped out. It felt like we were there for like 30 minutes. It probably was like 5 minutes.
For like 30
Probably even
seconds.
less, yeah. But I just remember just like I was looking at him like, "Yo, this is what we did. We lie in the bed we made." And I just hear ding, 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 3 huge dings, and then I come to and it's fucking Dalton with his suspenders and his Doc Marten boots. I'm like, this is so cool. I got saved by the guy that I thought didn't like me existing because he's a skinhead. Which I think the underlying theme is don't judge a skinhead by the
Skin on his head.
by the color of his scalp. You know what I mean?
How red
What?
it is.
Stone Cold.
What?
Oh man, how did we get here?
I have
good
no
talk.
idea.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Disneyland's a wonderful place.
Yeah, I love.
Have y'all seen Batman, the new fucking Batman
Oh my
costume?
god, there's no cape.
I'm
No
not sure.
cape?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's gonna be CGI'd in or if it's just gonna be.
One
cape.
my I literally almost swallowed my grill. One thing that I heard though is like remember in Batman what was the first one in the trilogy? Was it Rises?
Batman
Begins. Didn't Christian Bale not have a cape at first too?
No, he did. He did.
Yeah.
When he first
when he
came
was
out
like
as
trained
Batman?
with Liam Neeson and shit.
I mean, that's different though. That's
No,
before he
League
was
of
Batman.
Shadows.
That's true. Yeah.
He was in the ninja
was
suit.
in
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
And then when he first started going out, he just had like a ski mask and just like black clothes.
So maybe. Yeah. No.
Yeah, did you see
This
that
is like
stupid-
Teflon
You see
shit.
this stupid bat bike?
Yeah, it looks so dumb.
Does it look dumb?
It looks dumb as fuck.
Looks dumb.
It looks really dumb.
It looks like
Also, it's Robert Pattinson.
yeah.
What I would have liked, I think, is seeing that kind of tie in more with Joker. You know.
It's not gonna.
It's not.
It's not gonna.
It's its own standalone.
Yeah.
Joker's its own standalone.
Yeah, and I think that's what DC should do. They should like do standalone shit that doesn't cross over because they're not going to do it
okay.
better than Marvel
Maybe
yet.
it's something
Yeah,
else too. It's a dark villain movie, and I can't. For the life of me, I can't remember who it is.
for the life of me,
Got a bag of shit.
It'd be sick. I
don't know though.
It's
Who would you
another
like to see
it's
as
another
a-
dark
The
villain
Penguin,
movie.
Iceman.
Penguin.
Uh,
There's
uh,
Penguin's,
Luthor.
Lex
Penguin's
Luthor.
being played by
Danny DeVito again.
no,
I like the Tim Burton Danny DeVito
Yeah,
Penguin.
that's a good one. I mean, it was
life
good
of
and,
me, I
and
can't-
bad at the same time, though.
the Penguin's someone that else.
Is
that's
it-
really
is it-
famous.
is
I
it
need to-
Poison
I
Ivy?
want to see Clayface.
Clayface would be
Well,
cool.
that'd be cool.
See something different.
What do you guys think about Ewan McGregor as fucking
What?
Ewan
Oh, he is
McGregor?
black.
Did you hear how he
Black
said
mask.
it? Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor.
Black
Ewan
mask,
McGregor.
right?
Just like what
I
was
haven't
the
seen it.
what was
Have
the
you seen
dude
it?
that directed a Thor?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Thor.
Have you guys
T.T.
seen it, though?
Wakiki.
Yeah, Titi Wakiki.
Oh.
Tahiti Waititi.
Waititi, the director.
He's like Tahiti Treaty. I mean,
Like I
Wait,
won an
wait.
Oscar,
Did you
right?
guys see Birds of Prey yet, though?
No.
No.
Okay.
That's
then
the one-
we can't really have.
that's
an
the one with the
opinion on
hose,
it,
right?
so.
Yeah.
Why not?
yo,
Just-
I don't-
I haven't seen this.
I don't like. I love. Who's the
Queen
bitch? No, who's the bitch that play Harley Quinn again?
Margot Robbie.
I love Margot Robbie. Isn't her Brooklyn accent kind of trash?
It's because
It
she's
is.
Australian.
It's kind of trash, right?
It is.
Is that an
supposed to be?
unpopular
Supposed to
opinion?
be no more Jersey. It's supposed to have more
Yeah,
Jersey.
she's like, no, Birds of Prey on theaters near you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just like, bitch, this I could do that.
Yeah, I can do that. It doesn't sound-
Her as Sharon Tate though, in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, was sick.
Yeah, you guys saw it. I haven't seen
Oh,
it.
I like
yet.
that movie.
What?
I love that movie.
I like
I haven't
that
seen it
movie.
yet.
Yo,
Why
should we
not?
talk about the Oscars for the last 30-ish minutes of this
I didn't-
podcast?
I don't.
didn't-
I haven't
didn't
watched
watch
except
it.
for Midsummer.
I
I, think
didn't
that's
watch
and
it.
Joker.
You haven't
Did
seen
Midsommar
You haven't
win
seen
something?
Midsummer didn't win a big one at least.
It didn't, but it's like
Joke-
Won the
there, right?
score.
Did they win anything?
Joker won,
Midsummer.
right?
Joker
I
won
think-
a lot.
I think Midsummer was nominated.
Yeah, but I
for
don't think they
Oscar.
won
It was
anything.
nominated.
I don't think they won anything.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think-
yeah.
But I think they were up for best movie, right?
I don't know if it was up for best movie, but
Yeah.
they had some stuff in there.
You see Parasite?
I personally think
I did.
Midsummer is an amazing movie.
Yeah.
I have not seen Parasite yet.
I haven't seen it either.
but I need to.
I need
Parasite
to,
was
too.
amazing.
I heard
Yeah?
it was good.
Parasite was a great.
Give it,
I heard
give
the
it a-
ending
give
is
us-
fucking stupid.
Give us a non-spoiler review.
I heard the ending's
A
fucking stupid.
non-spoiler review.
It was good.
I really found that the artistic details in the movie were quite like they made the
Korean?
movie what it was. There's parts in it that it didn't feel as impactful if it didn't have the colors that were going through the film at the same time. Like
What?
like
What do
there's
you mean?
for one that's not a spoiler part of
visually?
the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Not a spoiler part of the movie. Just tell you real quick. The streets flood and it's because the sewers
Okay, yeah,
and the water's yellow because of the piss.
Oh, I see.
So to feel the impact of what they're going through,
Yeah.
it literally makes it more of an impact that the water's yellow,
Right.
And they're flooding and their house is flooded and all that shit. And it's just like you feel like shit's happening. It's not just a flood; everything's ruined.
yeah.
Yeah. I see that. Honestly, where
There's
I
like
live
and
right
there's
now,
like
it's
multiple points throughout that film that
Yeah.
that color for me added that little extra effect.
Yeah.
Creepy.
But I was gonna say too with Parasite, like I could tell based on the trailers that it was gonna be a good movie, and it's from a director that's honestly an amazing director.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Birds of Prey, it's doing so bad in the theaters.
Yeah.
Like to me, that didn't really look good. Even in
Well,
the
no one knows
trailer.
Yeah,
anybody else in the film other than Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and also just like,
Yeah.
you could tell if things are inspired. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
like
think-
you could tell Parasite has a story to
Yeah.
tell. Like
Birds of Prey was forced.
Yeah, I think a lot of stuff that's happening on that side right now is forced. The only thing that felt natural for a while, I mean, still is Wonder Woman. You know what I mean? That's the
I
only.
haven't seen it.
That one's actually really fucking good.
Yeah.
I rank Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman at least, higher than some of the worst Marvel movies.
Dude, I mean, I haven't seen it, but I know if I watch it, it's probably gonna be higher than Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I think I have this weird thing about Captain Marvel where it's like I unfairly don't judge that movie because of like it's literally just like a placeholder until Infinity War.
No, I
I
understand.
mean, no, not Infinity War.
Endgame.
Endgame.
In-game, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I saw it not too long ago, and I thought I was gonna have problems with the movie.
Yeah.
Because of how it looked and how OP she was.
Yeah.
And I actually enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
I actually like it as a movie.
Yeah.
But I could just tell based on the context, the subject matter.
Yeah.
Like Wonder Woman, I'm pretty sure I'd like more
Right.
of that.
Right.
I hope they go with it more with Captain Marvel though. I
Yeah.
want her powers to get taken away by Rogue, and I want her eventually to do X-Men. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Huh? How you doing? How you doing? Hey, that's Vinny over there. Hey, Vinny over there.
No,
You
you're
looking
good, man.
good.
No,
You
you're
looking
good,
good,
brother.
Vinny. You
You
looking
looking
good.
damn good, bro.
You looking
God
good,
damn.
bro. You looking good.
And I know the phone ringing. Business is
my
good. I
God.
see you,
Look
bro.
at you. You busy. You
business
look
is
at
good,
you
bruh.
over there. Oh, look at that guy. All right.
I love
all
it.
right,
I love
all
Vinny,
right.
man. I love Vinny. So anyway,
Yes. So we're talking about Captain Marvel.
Yeah, yeah.
And Gal Gadot.
yeah, I mean, like, so now, okay, if I
Well, there's a new
finally do-
Fantastic Four movie coming out too.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what's his name from The Office is gonna be it.
That's only a rumor.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh.
he said it. No one's contacted him, but he would love to play.
I
Oh.
think he'd be good at
Who?
it because I've seen pictures.
The guy who
Jim?
plays Jim in
Oh,
Office. They want him to
Mr.
play Mr.
Fantastic.
Everybody wants him as fan casting him as Professor Marvel. Or Mr. Fantastic.
Mr.
Professor Marvel.
Professor Marvel.
What the fuck's wrong with me?
What?
Mr. Fantastic.
What'd you think of Shazam?
with
didn't see it.
with Shaq.
I heard
I'm just
it-
kidding.
No,
That's
I heard it
Shazam.
was good. heard
I
it
haven't
was
seen
pretty
it
funny.
though.
It's pretty.
I heard it was pretty good, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
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 It's basically like Doctor Strange, but more comedy.
Did anybody watch the new Clone Wars episode today?
Wait, there was a
Oh
new. Wait,
my
It's the
God.
beginning of season 7 today.
on Disney
Bro.
Plus. What the fuck?
It's
Bro.
amazing. I love it.
Actually,
Wow.
I'm clearing
Great
all my
episode.
plans this weekend. I'm
It was
just.
great. It was a great bring back. It's not all of
I
the
don't
season.
watch
It's just
that.
they're
No,
letting
I
one
no.
episode.
But I'm gonna rewatch all of Clone
I don't
Wars.
watch.
Oh, and then lead
It's
up
gonna
to
take me a while,
episode
yeah.
1 of season 7.
I haven't watched Clone Wars in years.
It was amazing.
What do you think of the movie? You like the movie?
Clone
Well, we
Wars?
already done
It was
this.
alright.
We did this in the last episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
we generally liked it, but also thought it was bad.
Yeah.
You could like it and think
What?
it's bad.
I just
Wait, I
realized.
think you're talking about the Rise of the Skywalker.
Yeah.
I think you're talking about Clone Wars movie, right? Or
Wait, there was a Clone Wars movie?
Yeah, episode 2.
yeah, episode 2.
Oh yeah, episode 2. Yeah.
What I've been thinking about a lot lately since the last podcast is how Palpatine didn't win, even though he had the high ground.
I had the high ground.
He had the high ground the whole time.
We got in the
And
shit.
did you?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this extensively at the last podcast. Like the more I think about it, the more it falls apart.
Multiple
you know?
times, Darth Vader says to Luke, "Obi-Wan's taught you well," and every time he says it, Luke has the high ground.
Everyone's taught you well.
Climbing up the ceiling, he has the high ground.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
wait. What else was nominated? Irishman, I bet.
Yeah,
I haven't
Yeah,
seen
but
that,
it
it
didn't
was-
win.
It didn't win.
I don't think it came close.
Yeah.
Uh,
First Netflix thing to be
which is cool.
Nominated,
I mean, like,
yeah.
no, that's not true though, because also, A Marriage Story was
it was
nominated for a
nominated.
lot.
I heard
That's
that
a
was
Netflix-
amazing.
That movie's fucking great.
Yeah.
And like, as much as I like, I make fun of Adam Driver all the time. He was amazing in that movie. Adam Driver's
Where
really,
is
really
this
good.
again?
Marriage Story.
Did you see the meme of Ray telling him that he's not going to be as good as Darth Vader?
And
He's
then
like,
it's
I
like-
wish you would die.
And then it's from the fucking from the Marriage Story part. Yeah. Me and Cammy, when we went to California Adventure last week and we saw the Frozen musical twice, the person that played Kristoff looked just like Adam Driver. We're just like, what the same big ass nose and everything.
Maybe it was Adam Driver.
That's what we were saying, and that's why we were doing hella research. Like, does he do musicals and shit? He does it. But I so wanted it to be. Yeah, so that Marriage Story was nominated, but you know, I think all that is like cool and shit. But like the fact that a Korean film won
Yeah,
Best
first
Picture
one.
is just like really sick.
It's the
You know
first
what I mean?
foreign film to win those awards.
And the crazy thing is, there's so many foreign films previously that should have won. Like Pan's Labyrinth should have got
that's-
that
oh, yeah,
back in the
Pan's
day.
Labyrinth definitely
They should
should
have.
have.
You know what I mean? There's
And a lot of times the Oscar winners are the like you could tell they're going for an
Yeah.
Oscar. You know,
Yeah.
kind of bland, like, oh, we're inspirational, but
Word.
really it's just like something that's packaged to you.
The
you
fact
know?
that also that Parasite won and it's considered a dark humor / horror film.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's like that won.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it's an amazing film.
Yeah.
I just didn't think that it would be the first one to win awards.
I'm still trying to figure out what's the biggest surprise to me. Parasite winning Best Picture or Endgame being not nominated for pretty much any major award. And Endgame came out during the last Oscar cycle. Endgame had a few nominations on like sound effects and mastering. It should, to me, that should at least be nominated for Best Picture. Maybe it
Yeah.
doesn't win. Give it a nomination. That's like one of the biggest like feats ever accomplished
Yeah.
in
But-
film.
But like the
could've got
Oscars
nomination for
like
storytelling or something.
drama. You know, that's what the Oscars like.
Yeah,
It doesn't like action.
yeah, but why did fucking
Black Panther won.
Yeah,
Did it really?
And
Yeah.
and why did
Black Panther won?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Black Panther won. Blake didn't.
The Oscar?
and also fucking
Blade was better.
and also fucking what's the fucking bullshit with Shia LaBeouf in the fucking
Transformers.
Transformers was nominated for all those shits.
Yeah.
They were nominated. They didn't win,
Transformers.
but they got nominated.
Transformers was?
The first
Oh my
Transformers.
God.
Do you see what I'm saying? And Endgame doesn't get a nod.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah.
like no
Robert Downey
disrespect,
Jr. doesn't get a nomination.
I hated Little Women. Oh shit!
Are they all still plugged in?
I think it's good for now.
Yeah, I think there's also.
Oh my god.
It hasn't crashed.
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought it was a.
No, it's the fucking hard drive. It hasn't crashed. I think we're
I
good.
fucked it up.
No,
Sorry.
you're good.
All
Oh
good,
my
all
god.
good.
But Little Women,
Yeah.
I watched that movie. Granted, I was getting head, and I was giving handies, fingeries.
Yeah, no. It's
Plot
Got a bag
twist.
of shit. Got a bag of shit.
Whatever. It's 2020. If I want to give a dude a hand job, I'll give a dude a hand job.
Yeah, but your face though, after you realize what you said. I didn't even catch that.
Look, I get
but you
mad.
just knew. It's kind of like this happened earlier in this same podcast when you talk about how your mom.
You're right. Damn it.
Damn.
So anyway. Oh my god.
Anyways, Endgame.
So anyway, no, Little Women. Is that what it's called? Little Women?
Little Women, yeah.
The whole time I was like, when does this movie start? And it feels like it never moved. I was just like, I don't give a fuck. However, 1917 though,
I heard
that
was
won
amazing.
best cinematography, and it deserved that shit because 80% of the movie, even though it probably isn't, the way that the cinematography was choreographed and all that stuff, it felt like one shot.
shot, yeah.
So you know how like back in the day during like the Vietnam War, there was like live feed from the actual battlefield. The first 30 minutes of the movie feels like that because like it's like you start out with like these two guys who's just like goofing off because they're not really they're like behind enemy. They're not at the front lines. They're just kind of like just whatever. And then they're like, and then after that, slowly they get assigned to do something, and they have to cross enemy lines into no man's land and all that stuff. And that entire sequence, it feels like you're just the third dude there with a camera. There's no music. It's just like beautiful sound design and all that stuff. And that shit was like, I was like captivated. You know what I mean? 1917 deserved that shit.
Yeah.
That movie's so. I recommend the shit out of 1917.
No, I get it. I feel like what you're describing to me is the same thing I felt when I saw The Revenant.
Yeah.
Where it's like the cinematography and the techniques of making this movie look as beautiful as it is.
Word.
It's where it's the meat of
Yeah.
the story. It's not so much. It doesn't have to be the story that's crazy.
Right.
It's how you deliver that
Right.
story.
That's real. And then Joaquin Phoenix
Joaquin
he won Best Actor.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think he did amazingly.
Good for him.
You know, like,
Deserves
and I
it.
haven't seen.
Yeah.
Deserves it.
Yeah, I haven't
Deserves
seen
it, my
that many
friend.
movies.
The man has range.
Deserves it.
Did you see his acceptance speech?
No.
For
the
I've
best
seen
actor?
parts. It looks like
Did
really
you shoot
awkward,
Robert De
right?
Niro?
Yeah, he was like, but I'm making fun of him, but like he had some earnest things to say, but also I feel like he didn't say anything either. But also it was just like, go vegan.
I feel like wow. I feel like he should have just went with what he wanted to say in the Joker.
Yeah, like
You know, right?
The
Like-
the crazy thing is like you would think that he just went into this really like he even said he wasn't method acting for this role, but like he played somebody who was like really mentally ill. You would think that he would talk about mental illness.
Yeah.
I felt like it was like go vegan. Yeah, it was like animal abuse, which is like a great, but it's
No,
like
it is, yeah.
mental illness is probably the biggest problem in this country. You know, you have a platform to actually talk about that, and you might have a more informed opinion.
Maybe he is talking about mental illness.
By
And say,
talking
if
about
you're a
vegans.
vegan,
You'll
you'll
fix
solve
your
all
brain.
problems,
Yeah.
Vegans is a mental disease. Veganism is an issue.
And we can solve it with more burgers.
Got a
More
bag of
people
shit.
like Wendy's. The world would be a better place.
Who was the one that won Best Actress again?
That one bitch.
Oh, Renee Zellweger won.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't even know she
and
was
she
still in
doesn't look.
movies.
And I didn't even know it was her because she did so much to her face
Yeah.
that looks nothing like.
Dude, Renee Zellweger was so pretty.
I know.
And, like, I don't even know what she looks like anymore. you
No,
know, like,
me neither. But she actually
Yeah.
she played that. She played that journalist in that one movie.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
Her speech was whatever. Yeah, I mean it was cool. The biggest thing was the Parasite winning. Also, when Eminem did fucking Lose Yourself, and everybody was like, "Why is this happening?"
Yeah,
There was
right.
no reason. Another thing that I thought was really great about the Oscars was when they did their memoriam for all the people that passed away. The first person they showed was Kobe because remember the year prior he won his first Oscar. Just fuck man.
He did?
Kobe,
How?
yeah. Kobe, like after he retired, he started a production company,
Oh,
and
okay.
they were doing like children's films and books and podcasts and stuff. But he did like a short film because he wrote a letter to basketball after he retired. So based off that letter, his production company did an animation for it. It's actually really, really powerful. Even before he passed away, it was something that like just really inspiring. You know what I mean? Because again, like it's just
as a little boy. be
right.
dedicated.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. No, stop playing me off. Like, stop playing me off, Grammys. Trying to make me shorten my
Yeah.
acceptance speech.
All right, it's time to finish the speech, damn it.
Yeah, get over it. Wrap it up, yo.
Yeah, but no, like it was like because again, like the Mamba mentality is that like you work harder and that's how you get, and like that's what the thing was essentially
His
about.
dreams came true. Just kept commitment.
Yeah.
Commitment, baby. Commitment, everyone.
Yeah.
Keep your commitment.
Yeah, man.
If you're a loser, stay a fucking loser. Stay committed.
Don't quit, bitch.
Don't quit.
Only quitters quit.
And then like
Yeah.
while they were doing the memoriam,
Yeah.
Billie Eilish was singing "Yesterday" by the Beatles.
I see.
So Billy singing "Yesterday," well, that was pretty like and it was like it happened literally like when Kobe passed away. You know what I mean? So it was pretty crazy.
Damn.
Anyway, yeah, but yeah, that's I guess that's our Oscars recap.
Yeah, I do need to watch the the films,
Yeah,
and maybe we could have a podcast about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, see which one should have really won.
Oh, where we re-award?
Yeah.
The Wave Gang Awards.
Now after all the Oscar hype,
No.
which one actually,
The Wave Gang Awards.
Oh, I like that.
All right.
Ooh,
All
a
right,
reco-
all right.
Parts. We can do it in parts.
Recosquers.
Independent movie I want to see.
What? I can't hit what?
There's actually a new independent movie I want to see. A Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
It's a modern. It's like a urban Peter Pan in San Francisco. It's
Okay.
about a
Ooh.
graffiti artist, and he's like Pan, and then he ends up getting with the Lost Boys, who are like
Yeah.
a biker crew, and they just do tags in the street.
Oh,
and
that's
it's
sick.
about like the attendants kicking him out. Who's like his name's Hook, I guess. He's the manager of the building.
Oh,
so
that's
it's cool.
sick.
It's like an urban newer tale, but it's Peter Pan.
Where's
but
the showing?
It's only showing at a few theaters. Only two
Oh,
theaters.
I'm
so
down.
far,
Let me
but
know if you find some. Let's go. I'm down.
It's called something Peter Pan. I think. It's
I'm
like-
hella with
Let
that.
me ask you something,
Peter
Estevan,
Pan,
actually.
Graph, two of my favorite things. Let's put it. Yeah.
So I showed Estevan a
Your
movie
dick? Oh.
that I think was from the Oscar season, but it wasn't nominated, I think. But what do you think of My Name is Dolomite?
I loved the Dolomite movie.
Yeah,
that was
Dolomite,
that was a good movie.
Do you think it's something that could be Oscar worthy?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Maybe that's also another topic we would bring up too.
Yeah.
Things that should have been nominated.
Gotcha.
Because you got Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Endgame.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr.
Hard
was
stop.
fucking sick, dude.
Yeah.
Made me cry. He shouldn't have died. They're gonna bring him back though with the quantum
Iron Man.
universe.
How do you feel if he comes back?
I
He
think it
needs to come
cheapens.
back.
No,
He
I think it
needs to
cheapens
cheapens
it.
it,
Yeah,
right?
it cheapens it.
No.
You want him to come back?
It's a different universe.
You gotta
Tony
let go,
Stark.
man.
Different universe. No,
You gotta
man.
let go, man.
After what's its
Do a
name
little failed-
he said
that's what
he's
you
coming
say.
back.
He's the best.
Is that
I feel like what he
confirmed?
should do.
He said it on Joe Rogan. I don't know.
No,
He
what
didn't
should
say
do.
it on Joe Rogan because the Joe Rogan podcast happened before the movie came out.
He's the best.
Yeah, he didn't say it.
Sure.
Yeah,
didn't say it,
I
Joe Rogan.
watched every single second of that interview.
Iron Man.
On Joe Rogan.
I think
I think he may
you're
have had a
mistaken,
remark
sir.
saying that he'd do it over again.
No, because there's like a huge part where Joe Rogan's like, "You have to come back," and Robert Downey Jr. is saying like, "That'll be dumb if I
Well,
came
I'm
back."
saying like he could come back as Jarvis. Or type,
That's
you
the
know?
only way I'll
That's
take
the only
it.
way.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
like a
that's how-
hologram.
That's how Tony comes back in the comic books.
Yeah,
Back
really?
in
yeah.
Memphis, he downloaded his
Yeah.
brain into.
Yeah.
Because Jarvis is
Yeah.
is fucking.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah, that's the only way I'll take it. But if he comes back like, "Oh, I miss you, niggas," like, nah,
I missed you. I'm from another universe.
I missed you. I think.
Well, I think what they need to do is they should have a new Iron Man, but it will be happy.
Well, they have.
No, it should be fucking Morgan, Tony Stark's daughter, from the future.
Yeah, but before that, it'll be
No,
happy.
there should honestly there should be no Iron
In the
Man.
comics, they have a girl who becomes Iron Man. Her name is
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Ironheart.
Pepper. Right?
Yeah, that's no. That's Rescue. Fucking Morgan.
Well, in the comics, it's a girl that's in Harvard. She builds her own suit. and
Oh.
stuff like that.
Morgan.
It'd be
Could be
interesting
Morgan, it's a
to
different
have
universe.
someone else that's non-Stark build their own suit and see how
They
that
could
looks.
do that. It could just be a different one.
Or we could just like not. There's so many other characters.
Yeah, honestly,
Let's
no.
move on.
I mean, if you think about it, like Spider-Man's already taking that role.
Yeah.
You know?
What do you guys think about Woody Harrelson as Carnage?
Oh,
Is that
that'd be
really
sick.
happening?
Yeah, that's
He'd be a good-
They're filming that right now.
He'd be-
What?
yeah, he's
Yeah.
a good pick for that. Actually,
Really?
You could look up. There's leaked scenes
I
of him
didn't
being
know. This is amazing.
Carnage. Carnage in it.
Woody Harrelson as Carnage is fucking perfect. That's fucking grade A casting right there, fellas.
Yeah.
Cletus Cassidy.
That's amazing. I'm happy.
Marvel has always been good at casting. I feel like, except
Well,
for
this is Sony.
Quicksilver. Oh, this
Yeah,
Sony.
this is
It's
Sony.
Venom.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Venom.
I don't know now. Then
Yeah, I don't
'cause
know.
Venom
I
was,
like,
like,
I like,
such a bad
I
movie
like
that it's
Woody
good.
Harrelson.
Was it? I
Yeah.
actually liked
I
it.
It was
love
such a
Venom.
bad movie that it was good. But
It
was
was
a bad
good.
movie.
I think you're smoking so much crack that you thought it was bad. That-
Hey,
No, man.
It
Hey,
was
man.
pretty bad.
what's wrong with crack?
I mean, those.
Yeah, if
some
anything-
opinions.
Stop dragging Crack's
Makes me
name
more
through the mud.
critical of things. No, I was kidding.
You keep dragging Crack's name through the mud, and I'm not here for that. Yeah. Any other thoughts? We should wrap this up soon.
No, we're wrapping it up.
the guy,
I'm going to sleep,
the guy
nigga.
who's been falling asleep the whole fucking time.
Fucking die over here.
You should just lay down on the couch with the mic, man.
Yeah, next time. It's just,
He's like, can we fucking kill this shit?
Fuck.
You didn't have to be on the fucking podcast.
Fuck. What up? What the fuck, dog?
Oh, we have to talk about this real quick.
what?
Did you watch the first 5 minutes to Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah, you
Remake.
talking about the intro?
The entire
I haven't
intro?
seen it.
Yeah, and I've also watched like comparisons. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Are you not fucking hyped out of your fucking mind?
When does it come out?
It's April. It was
April
supposed to
now,
be
yeah.
March, but it's April now.
No, man. I mean, honestly, especially watching before I watched it back to back,
Yeah.
right, compared to the original.
Yeah.
Just watching it, I guess this is why people are so happy with it before it even comes out. They just know that this is a very like honest portrayal, or not even
Yeah.
honest. What's the word for it? Like
Genuine. Yeah.
portrayal of this game.
Yeah.
Because watching it, and I haven't watched it, I haven't played it in such a long time.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm not the the biggest fan of Final Fantasy VII. Like I know it's amazing, but I never finished it. I got more into 8.
Yeah.
But after watching that, like I just knew that's like, okay, this is exactly what people want to see.
Right.
And like it gave me flashbacks to when I first experienced that.
Yeah,
scene.
dude. I keep telling people, especially when I watch people play Final Fantasy VII on YouTube, the biggest like excitement I get out of 7 now, because I've done everything there is possibly you could do. I've never beat Ruby Weapon actually, but that's the one thing I haven't done in 7 yet. Like I don't get like the same feeling anymore because I've just done everything,
Yeah.
The thing that I get the most kick out of is when I play 7 with Cammy for the first time 5 years ago, and she was reacting to it, like when she saw Eris die for the first time and like her reactions to it. I get excited about that because I put myself in their shoes. Or when I watch like YouTube people,
Reacting,
YouTube
yeah.
gamers playing for the first time, I always say, man, I wish I was playing this for the first time like y'all. When I watched the intro to the 7 remake, I got that old excitement again.
Yeah.
And it was mixed now with nostalgia. You know what I mean? Because 7 came out in 97. I was 6. You know what I mean? A lot of the reason why I read as well as I do is because I played 7. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, I get that feeling, and I also agree that it feels genuine. The voice acting, now that they got the right cast this time, I think is fucking amazing. And I will have to admit publicly that I'm an idiot, man. I bought the first class pre-order.
No, yeah.
You know-
Hey, man, it's
Yeah.
it's like it's your favorite game for the most part. Like,
Because it's $329.
oh my god. Hey, man.
What the fuck are you
What
getting
do you
with
get?
that?
Yeah, what do you get out of
What
that?
the fuck are you getting with that? I thought you were gonna say like it was $100 because games are getting there now. But you spent. What the fuck do you get with that? Do you get like some figurines?
So
Do you get?
Dude, I remember.
do you
though,
get some
when-
DLC that no one else
when
gets?
you had all the Final
the
Fantasy
7,
8
yeah, 8 and 7 figurines.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I'm-
god, those were amazing.
Those were really
What do you
nice.
get? Cloud?
So here we go. So in the deluxe pre-order, which is the tiers are so fucked up. Regular is $59.99, then deluxe is $80, and then first class is $329. So in
What a
deluxe,
price
I
range.
know, I know,
Jesus.
but I was so determined. It's just there's no way I'm gonna
How
go
big
without
is
it.
this figurine?
Peep game. The deluxe comes with 2 summons. So that's normally not there yet. So Carbuncle, which I don't even think is
In
in
the
7.
game.
Yeah,
Okay.
Carbuncle's not even in 7 original. I don't think. I think the first, because Carbuncle was in like 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think it was in 7. I know it was in 8.
yeah.
Because you get it from the Igions.
Yeah.
I know it's in 9 and it's not in 10. Right. So that's one of the things. And then after that, I think the other one that's also in the pre-order is Cactar. Or no, it's Leviathan.
Okay.
Which you don't get till Wutai way later, right? So it doesn't make sense why he's there. But those are 2 summons you get, right? Then you get like this like armor pack. You get like a fucking like this poster. You get all kinds of other access to other like equips and stuff like that. And then you get a big poster. You get the soundtrack, and you get a guide. Not like a strategy guide, but like item descriptions, things like that, right? Now, for the first class one, you get all of that, plus the original soundtrack, the remastered soundtrack, the rescored soundtrack, plus the new theme song that Nobuo Uematsu, who actually like wrote that, who's the original composer, that's all there. All the summons are there. All of the item packs are there. All of the bangles are there. But then you get this fucking huge porcelain figurine of fucking Cloud, his Buster Sword, on his fucking bike.
Motorcycle?
Yeah. So that alone is probably worth $150. So I was like, I need it. So yeah, not the proudest purchase I've ever made. But you know.
And you
Made you happy.
And you bought a grill recently as well.
Yeah, I bought a grill today. But that one's on payment plan though. Mr. Bling Bling, once you get everything kind of like molded out, and then like it depends on how much it costs.
Mr.
The grill.
Bling Bling, is this on Hayward?
No, it's on. It's in Filmo, the Filmo in San Francisco. Yeah, Mr. Bling Bling is on Geary and Fillmore, like right next to the Boom Boom Room. He's an institution in San Francisco. Anyway, like you go over there, you fucking get the mold, you tell him what you want and all that stuff, and depending on the cost, you could pay it all up front and get it hella quick, or you could do a payment plan. Right? I've already bought hella jewelry from him on payment plans before, so he knows I'm good for it. So he just like, usually what happens is like I'll give the down, and then after that I'll just pay him monthly, and I usually get the grill within like a week, right? So for this one I only have to give $50 down. I'm gonna pay $50 a month for the next couple months. Yeah, I got
That's
me a
not
new
bad.
gold grill. Yeah,
Not bad.
because I don't like this one that much anymore. I thought I was gonna
Yeah.
like it with like the rose gold inserts because it's like gold and it has some rose gold studs. It's just kind of trashy. But this one is like the best fitting grill that I have. Like it doesn't feel like I'm wearing a grill. You know what I mean? You don't really hear. Before, remember the grill that I had before this? You would hear like hella lisps and stuff. Right now, you don't really hear the lisp with this one. This one fits really well, just like the way he, like the dental gold that he put on it this time works. I mean, you know, whatever. I'm getting too nerdy about it, but yeah, that happened today. And then I also went to Disneyland last week. You should have never gave me money, America. Because I'm an idiot, but I'm not being. But I'm not being that dumb about it though. I'm saving some stuff. You know what I mean? It was just I have had such a rough January financially because of like what I had to do to help folks, like my folks and all that stuff. Boom, boom, boom. That when February came, or like when this past check came on the 15th, I was like, I had already bought the Disneyland tickets back in December, so it's not like I spent extra money, but like the money I spent last weekend, going there on the road trip, taking my grandma out to eat, feeding my family, buying, you know what I mean? Like I ended up spending a lot, but I'm good though. I'm straight, man. I got all my bills paid right now. January and the first part of February was rough though, due to me like saying yes to things I shouldn't have said yes to, but also knowing that like what was my folks gonna do? You know what I mean? So yeah, but now we're good. I'm straight. Whatever. Good. And then, but I just gotta like not do dumbass things like this too much because then we have the party next week. Please come, y'all. We're so excited for it. That's not gonna. I mean, even though we fucking India Block Arts was so cool, man. They like such great people to work with. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna put like the actual business out there, but like it worked out great for us. You know what I mean? So that gives me some wiggle room. But then after that, the week after, we're going to LA. We're shooting the Brown Bitch video while we celebrate Kristen and E-Fry Photography's birthday. We got a huge Airbnb in LA. We're gonna shoot the Brown Bitch video down there, but that's gonna cost money. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, I'm gonna have to chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah.
But
It'll be
yeah.
a fun time though.
Yeah, man. Money's money though. You know what I mean? You make that again.
Yeah.
It's not.
I mean, we gotta both save and pay yourself. At the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
time,
word.
You know,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And you pay yourself by things like that.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like the money is not more important than like memories and experiences.
Yeah.
But then you also you also can't like live your life without it. So.
Yeah, it's like if you don't have the luxuries, don't live luxuriously.
Yeah.
But make things happen for yourself too, though.
Yeah.
Because you know, a lot of people they say they can't travel because of money, but there's some people who travel because they find out a way
There's
to
some
get.
people who use FedEx to send themselves to destinations.
Yeah, there's that.
If only I could fit myself into the one size fits. If it fits, it ships boxes. Oh, man.
If it fits, It's chips.
You know what boxes I'm talking about. You used to so weak.
I know.
Anyway,
Anyways, guys.
hey,
Good talk today.
Dav
guys.
season out.
Yeah, 29th.
I almost said September. February 29th. Dav season. The Wish You Was Here. A Wave Gang worldwide experience.
Experience.
Experience. This is like falling into next
I
week.
did that on purpose.
Please come to the party. You will literally spend nothing. You will get drunk, and you will get to see cool art, hang out with cool people, play regular Jenga for free. All you invest is your time, and that's the most important thing you can invest. And we will be very grateful.
Grateful.
Where can they find you on social media, Zans?
They can find me at Zanny_DeVito on IG.
Hell yeah! What about you, Estevan?
You can find me on Estevan's
You can find that man in bed.
Yeah.
There it is.
Instagram.
We'll just go ahead and link that in the description.
You can also find me in the studios.
Ooh.
If you're there to do some hot yoga.
Yeah.
How dare you?
We're gonna do it though. We'll come do a class.
Do you dare?
I
Yeah.
Dare.
I
I
dare.
double dare.
What about you, Halls?
You guys can find me at the Holographic Children on Instagram.
Hell yeah. And you can find me at medium37 franc. That's what it's see like French money, you feel me?
You guys still have your shot glasses?
Hey,
Hey.
we did it, y'all. We fucking put this
We
Wave Gang album
did
out.
it.
And as you can see, it's getting
These
better
guys
and better.
did it.
Yep.
These guys are awesome.
What did we say here?
They
at
put
the
things
podcast?
together. They made things
Yeah.
happen.
We got thank you, Estevan, for being
Thank
here.
you. Thank you,
And
Estevan.
Thank you guys. Thank you
Thank you,
guys.
Estevan. It's riveting
reading me,
content.
Thank you for falling asleep.
Riveting
Bad
content you
time.
provided. Thank you.
that part when you were talking in your sleep, we were having real
It
conversations.
was amazing. You know what I mean?
It's great.
To the Wave Game album.
Alright, to
To all
Wave
of you
Gang,
guys, thank you
thank
for
you
all your
guys.
support. Appreciate
Alright.
y'all.
All right.
And
You know what we say on the RSVP podcast?
zip it up
And
and zip it out.